Jesus
Hello,
Christ.
everybody.
That
Welcome
was
back
so
to the
fast.
stream.
Hello.
Albie, look what you've done. Look what you've done.
Keep you on your toes. Hello, everybody. I'm LB Hack. I'm up and welcome back to the stream. This is Fallout 313, where we are going to be exploring the waste of old and new Detroit. I'm LB Hack. I'm going to be your GM for tonight, but we're going to go around and have everybody say who they are. Just a quick channel announcement. This week is going to be a little wonky as it comes to streaming. They might be streaming on Thursday, depending on scheduling stuff. We will not be streaming on Friday due to traveling and such, and then we'll be back here on Sunday, so don't worry about that. We'll be here. Don't worry. We're here for you, personally, emotionally. Physically. Let's go around and introduce the cast, starting with Zach.
Hi there. I'm Zachary Vaudo, also known as Sneakernet or Sneakernet Music all over the internet. Tonight, I am your socialite, Mr. Handy, known as Goldie.
Howdy, strangers. I am Danny, but I go by CG Danny B on all the socials, and I'll be playing Finn, our super mutant botanist, and this is my friend Fernadette, and she's falling off, so we need more hot glue after tonight, but she'll be okay. If she shatters, we'll fix it.
Oh, I guess that's me. Hey, everybody, I'm Ian, your boy Big on all social media, and I play Devin, just a guy, who's apparently right now smoking a cigar under a nurse's station, so, you know, vibes.
Hey, everyone. I'm Sean. You can find me all over the internet at Help Action Needed, and today I'll be playing Cam. He's also just a guy, but he's a guy that's got a dog and knows how to talk to people.
Hey everybody, I'm Wings and I just found the turn order. Oh my god. Hi. I am Wings, also known as Danae. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I am today playing Eve, who is our vault dweller.
Hello, everybody. I'm RJ. Today I'm playing Max. He is a Arsenal of Democracy initiate, and I also believe I'm doing the recap today.
I'm LB Hack'em I'm going to be your overseer for this evening, your warden of whispers, your queen of questions, all that fun stuff. Yes?
No.
Okay.
It was a bit.
As I have told my players, we are doing recaps. If anybody would like to do the recap, RJ has offered to do so this episode. They get a personal AP point that nobody else can use. It's just for them. But why don't you go ahead and take it away, RJ?
Yeehaw. So, this is how it ends. Trapped in an abandoned hospital, surrounded by enemies, is what I would have said if it were we were actually surrounded. And the situation isn't bad per se. It's just weird. You're gonna hear me say that a lot here. I'm Maxwell, by the way. My friends call me Max, but that's only because I couldn't find anything with Maxwell written on it. I'm the one wearing the gas mask and scrambling for the laser musket. The big guy next to me, I guess you can gather just by the way he looks. Yeah, he's a botanist. At least that's what I've gathered from the ambient conversation that's happened on the road here. His name's Finn. I think he's a pretty nice guy. The one currently mire-lurking their way from under the nurse's station is Devrin. He's weird. I can't put my finger on it, but he's a bit strange. Well, stranger than what I'm used to. There's also Ivy? She's also weird. From a vault, if you can tell by the jumpsuit. Been topside for a while, as far as I can tell. Says some oddly dark things from time to time, but, like, who hasn't? Next to her is Cameron, and the bestest boy ever, Kuin. Out of the bunch here, I think they're the most normal pair. Cam talks a lot about the groups he's been in. Real people person. Don't think they've lasted long, those people in the group. Last but not least is Goldie. He's a tricked-out Mr. Handy working for, under, Rivera. I won't get into politics here because it's the recap. Currently, he's employing me to haul around some junk. He says it's art, but whatever. We're out here for different reasons. I don't know. I heard someone mention something about Stimpaks, and Goldie has that thing with the art. Seeds were mentioned. Ooh. Right now, though, we have a current mission, and that is to survive, because there is a rogue Miss Nanny right in front of us, and there are some raiders downstairs that we might need to take care of in a couple of seconds. Anyway, we should probably get to it.
Thank you very much. You can take your personal AP. Well done. Well done. Our survivors are on a mission to find a pip on their map. They're heading up north to go to a spot, and they were requested to do this by D-Town, who offered them a grand cap stash for this. Yeah. Let's pop back in exactly where we left off. Goldie, you are facing off against a Miss Nanny who has a buzzsaw rearing up. What would you like to do?
She seems convinced that she's got to help patients. Goldie's gonna switch on the socialite function and the entertainment function. So take the pincer arm and just like put it around the buzzsaw arm, and just immediately start with, no, it's perfectly fine. Everybody here is well taken care of. There's nothing to fear.
Well, there are so many people here that need help. Look at that one is fully green.
They've all been taken perfectly care of. You've done a magnificent job. You always do such a magnificent job. And the little speaker box on him puts out the little audience. Ooh.
All right, if you're trying to convince her, I would like you to roll for it, please.
Absolutely. I have got a tag in speech.
All right.
I think I rolled under my target.
Okay, sorry, let me pull it up. Okay, so your target is 12. You had 2 successes. This was sorry, I was doing music, but yes. You are tagged in this as well?
Yes.
All right, so that is 3 successes, which means that you have succeeded in this task. You see the buzzsaw winds down, and she says, "You really think that I am doing a good job?"
You're doing a magnificent job. Nobody here does as good of a job as you do. I've seen it, they've seen it, everybody's seen it. You're the best one here.
You are so kind. Look at the state of this place. I must clean it up. You see the buzzsaw kind of switches down, and she pulls up her hand and goes into the closet to grab a broom.
I will, like, the just off of the buzz hand and into the pincer hand with the broom. Goldie is aware that there are people in here that do not need to be alerted to noise, so he is continuing to distract her. And he just starts cycling through old movie lines in his system. He goes there'll be time for that later. We need time for us now, don't we?
Time for us? What do you mean?
Time for us, you and me. Forget the world. I've fallen in love and I don't know how to quit you. Love in the morning and the evening star shining on the cradle of the babe. So it's not going to be easy. We have to work at it every day, but it's going to be worth it. The speaker box gives a little applause.
You see like a short circuit, like a spark go off in her, and you see that the eye stalks kind of droop down a little bit. And she kind of places her buzzsaw hand on your hand, well, your claw, as she like kind of grips it, and she says, "You have fallen in love with me. We have just met."
It's meant to be. It's serendipity. And again, a little ooh and ah from the speaker box.
What are the rest of you doing as this is happening?
Hey, I'm saving you guys from raiders.
Fully watching. Like he's peeked up from the nurse's station. He's like, "This is pretty good."
I think Finn is leaning over to Max, just like, "Or are we going to have a new party member? Is she coming with, or?"
Max just looks at Finn. There is a clear what the fuck is going on. Like, even it just bleeds through the gas mask. Like, what?
Okay, I can see you don't know either. Hey, we're back to it.
I'll pull out some, like, canned peanuts, I guess, and hand some to Finn.
Ooh, my big fingers don't really fit in here.
I feel like the three of us are like standing next to each other just at the station, just like.
Game respects game.
Eva's fully invested. This is the most romantic thing she's ever seen.
We're locked in.
Oh, so Finn and Devrin watch as Maxwell just throws a bunch of peanuts into his gas mask and they scatter on the floor.
Oh, what a waste.
It's okay. 5-second rule. Max is gonna pick them up and just. Oh.
Okay, you've got
Okay,
yourself
cool.
taken care of. You're good.
There it is. There
Just for the joke.
Mhm.
Good one.
The Miss Nanny says, "These people here, they've been so mean to me. They tell me that I am malfunctioned."
Nobody can understand you the way I understand you. Nobody can appreciate you the way that I appreciate you.
She's not know how to deal with all of this. She said, "Would you care to see my charging station? It is the only thing I have."
Please, show me the world.
She leads you inside, and you guys can see that this is a nice, like, I mean, it was like an office for the nurses. Inside there is a terminal, as well as some other bits and bobs, as Goldie is distracting if anybody would like to go in there and look to see what's going on.
Oh, for sure. Eve jumps up and says, "All right, everybody, break it up. Give them some privacy." And then she, like,
Wait, is this-
sneaks in.
It's just getting good.
Wait a minute. Should we go in there and look, because this might be like a boundary.
Shrugs. Max is going to look at the group and point down the hall to, like, if there's another stairwell, he's gonna go check it out and then come back and meet up with everyone.
I think as Max heads out that way, you'd see Cam like leaning his head out the room he was staying in. It got so quiet all of a sudden that he's like, they're either all dead or something cool is happening. So
Max
he's just gonna like
waves.
peek out as you run by.
I'll walk
and
by,
then-
just oh.
Okay. And I think he'll go to the other three because he knows Max likes to be alone. Seems more proficient alone than with us from what he's seen so far. So he's just gonna make it to the other three. Why the sudden quietness?
Oh, we're watching Goldie look at the nanny's charge report. I don't know what that means yet. But
Is that how you spend your time these days, Finn?
nothing else was happening, and it all happened so quick. It was exciting.
I can show you a house back in town where you can do the same thing.
Oh, is like theater, like fun activities, or?
People have a lot of fun activities there, but there's a couple of performances you could call a theater.
Oh, I'd love to see what that is.
I'm looking for some people while we're out. Maybe when we take them back, you can see where they go.
Okay, I still don't know what that means, but okay. I'd like to help.
Inside, the Miss Nanny is saying that, "Do you think that you'd be able to fix me? I do not know what is wrong, but it feels like something is processing incorrectly."
My absolute pleasure to do everything I can for you.
Hmm,
I'm with you till the end of the line.
She kind of turns around as Eve is going in to look for things. Eve, you see inside of this room is a... Oh, I scrolled up too far. You see that there is a, like I said, a terminal in there. And you see that there is a stash of things just on shelves, and then a safe.
That is a lot of stuff that makes her eyes light up. First of all, I'm gonna look at the stash. That's the most accessible thing, right?
Okay. Go ahead and roll to see how much you get.
Okay.
Roll to loot.
You want my survival perception is what you want?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want
I'm
to
aiming-
add any extra dice to this?
I'm aiming for a 7 here. I'm gonna roll my I'm gonna spend a luck point to add a
Okay.
dice.
Okay. I'm going to say this is going to be a 2 success because this is a storage area that has been, you can kind of see that there are some buzzsaw marks here and there, so it's a little bit messy.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Ooh, that's bad.
Okay. So that is it's a bad thing, but it's not necessarily a bad thing for right this second. Did you roll under at all?
No. I'm just barely did not.
Okay. All right. You are looking around. You do find 2 Nuka Go on the shelves, but you're kind of shifting through things and getting distracted by this semi-romance that's going on right now.
I'm trying. She's like trying to like cover her eyes and like also like peeking whilst pawing through these through this stash.
For the rest of you, there, like I said, if you're peeking in and watching what's going on, there is a terminal and there is a safe within there. It's like kind of a wall safe. Would anybody like to... The terminal doesn't seem to be locked, but the safe will need to be cracked.
I don't have lockpicking.
Wait, let's see if I have something. Hold on.
Any
Does
chance we'll take breaking the safe instead of hacking it? Or...
You can try.
I could try that. I could try
Okay.
that. I guess is that in athletics then, or
Let me
or
Let's see what you got. So it's going to be...
Quietly break the safe.
Yeah,
I'll
right.
try.
It will be a strength and... probably your are you using a melee weapon?
Yeah, probably I think a board. I think is what it's
Yeah.
listed as. Yeah.
So you can
Wait,
use your
Hold on.
Yeah.
Before Finn
Yeah.
like breaks it, just in case, I'd like to lockpick it.
okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, just
All
in
right.
case. Just in case. Like, yeah. If I flub
Then
this,
for
then
flavor.
absolutely smash
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But Finn's like,
So-
okay, I could get it open. Like, no, wait.
Hold
on.
So this is going to be this is going to be a 1. Let's see, your lockpick skill is perception, so it's a 7. Would you like to buy any extra dice? You guys have quite a few.
What is
action
the
points.
assist mechanic like?
That's a good question. I don't think there is one that I'm aware of.
I beg to differ.
Okay.
It shows roll to assist in the chat. I just don't know what that means.
Oh, it might be a
not,
minor
I'll-
action for combat.
Okay.
Let's see. Move, take.
Because I'm happy to assist if you need it, because I'm also not that bad at lockpicking. So if you need a
Nice.
secondary person, I'm there for you.
You can assist them if your GM allows it. Describe
Yeah.
how you help and decide with the GM which attribute plus skill combination you are using. It doesn't have to be the same combination as the person you're helping. Then roll a d20 and add any successes you generate to theirs. So
Okay.
it's basically you roll 1 dice and
Mhm.
you have less of a chance of success, but I mean it's still more chance of success than they would have on their own.
All right. You just have to tell me how you're assisting, and I'll let you know if it flies.
Oh, here, sweetheart. Pulls a bobby pin out of her hair.
There you go. All right. So
There's
why don't
plenty
you?
more where that came from.
What would you like to argue for this role? Charisma. What?
God, I want to argue
Survival?
for. Can I just say luck? Just for having what he needed at the right time.
Luck and what? Luck and survival.
Lockpick.
Oh, lockpick. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
My luck is 8. My lockpick is 3. So that puts me at an 11
Mm-hmm.
on this here assistance roll.
Yeah. So, Ian, you are going to be rolling your lockpick, which is one of the things that you can just click lockpick for this. If you'd like, you guys, like I said, have a lot of action points.
Never mind.
So you can buy dice if you'd like.
Yeah. How many action points do we have?
You have 4.
And is it 1 for 1?
Yep. Oh well, no, it's one for the first one, and then
2,
2 for the
3.
second. Yeah. So if you want to buy 2 dice, you'll have to spend 3 AP for it. You get 2 off the bat, so.
Okay. You know what? Because I'm gonna buy 2. Are we cool with that as a group?
Yeah. We've
Okay.
been earning a lot back real fast. Go for it.
Yeah. Okay, so take away 3 AP, please. And go ahead and roll me. You can click the lockpick and then add 2. Let's go. All right.
Okay.
That is 1 success. You have lockpicked this lovely safe. Inside, you find note takers. Are you ready?
Holy shit.
You find jet, 10mm ammo, 6 of them.
Yes.
Moonshine,
Needed.
2 robo repair kits, and 50 caps.
Cool.
50 caps.
Mm-hmm.
There are 6
How
of
ma- how-
us.
How much of that ammo was it? It's 10mm, but how many?
6.
6 bucks.
6.
Mm-hmm. So you and Eve both have a 10mm.
Yes. But you should take the ammo because I think you're more likely to shoot it. I will record everything else.
Okay.
And like everything that it does. As far as ammo and caps, though, we'll make sure that that gets distributed. Devrin is getting the 10mm, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody go ahead and put 10 caps in their inventory, because I took the caps from last time.
Okay.
Deal.
All right.
I assume I'll take the robo repair kits.
If
I
you
might
would
want
like.
Someone's got to use them.
I will take
Yeah.
them.
Okay. Then you see there's just the terminal in there, and then that's pretty much it, unless you guys want to try to scavenge more. I'll let one other person try to do it, but
And that was just what's in the safe. Is it scavenging to see if there's more in the safe? Is that
in the room, because
In the
Eve
room,
tried.
okay.
Yeah, Eve tried to look and found nothing, and gave a bad thing that is gonna happen at some point.
Oh,
Don't
lovely.
you worry. Yeah.
Don't worry, nothing
And
bad's
the last
ever
one you said
happened
was
to me.
a. The last one's a turret, you said?
A turret? A terminal.
Yeah, a terminal.
Terminal.
It's like there's not a turret in here.
What would,
That's
what would
later.
one need to terminal investigate
so
sort of
if
device?
you look at the terminal, it's just on, and you can click it, and it boots up.
Yeah, nothing bad's ever happened to me ever. I'll click it.
Okay. All right. You see this screen. So you see on there that it is the Harper Training Hospital Floor 2, Nurses Station 1, Clearance Nursing Staff. There's 4 different items on there. The holiday party reminder, nursing staff memo, and a password reset, and then the Nurse Milton's email, which will need a password.
So we should all definitely just reset the hospital passwords and read what
So you
the
can open
hospital's
the
been
email,
saying,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you like to read
Would
the
it-
other memos?
Yeah, we got time. The
Okay.
robots
Oh,
are still
oh,
getting it on.
Hold on. My screens decided that they didn't want to go anymore. Okay, so the holiday memo is right here. Who would like to read it? Well, Cam, you're sitting at the desk.
Yeah, I'll read it. Dear staff, we are excited to announce that the annual Halloween party will take place on Saturday, October 30th this year. We encourage all staff to wear appropriate Halloween costumes for the event. You will note that everyone is on schedule for that day, so you won't miss out. We also know that that Angels Night will bring in a lot of emergencies, so we'll be there and ready for the overflow. This all hands on deck event will have candy provided, so make sure your rounds, please. Make sure that you're bringing each other a patient a handful to brighten their day. As a special reminder, children are not allowed at this event due to the influx of patients, but please bring in pictures of your kiddos in their awesome Halloween costumes. We look forward to seeing you all there, and make sure to bring a change of scrubs in case you get any biological matters on your costumes. CNO, Milton Hayes. Yeah, children.
All right. This is the next one, the nursing staff memo.
Memo to nursing staff. A reminder that nursing staff is forbidden from having any relations or relationships with any other staff members of the hospital. As you all know, Rachel was recently let go, as we have a strict rule about this. Please keep your interactions with all staff professional and cordial. We wouldn't want to see any more of our staff go because of a lapse in judgment in the on-call room. CNO, Milton Haynes.
All right. And you would like to reset the password?
Yes, Chakuin.
Well, okay, you do so. It requires numbers, though.
Oh.
And a special symbol.
Chakuin 1, 2, 3, 4. Exclamation mark.
All right. There are 2 emails in there. This is the first.
Gordon, this busted Miss Nanny was supposed to make our jobs easier, and now the night shift on keeps malfunctioning. She can't identify who's a patient and who is staff, and she's using excessive force. She nearly took off Paul's arm last night, and I had to manually shut her down with the damn syringe and her rest button. This happened in front of the patient, so we can't have our ratings go down again because of some stupid rust bucket. I don't care what the board says about funding. Get it fixed now, or I'll be sending her down to you next. CNO, Milton Haynes.
And the final email.
Ooh, this one's spicy. My love, I can't wait to see you again. I keep thinking about our time in the supply closet. Every time I see you in the halls, I can feel your hands on me again. Your doctor's coat really gets me going and almost going. Caught in an on-call room makes me want to keep it up even more. Don't keep me waiting. Yours, Milton.
So nobody else can get it on in the on-call room, but Milton.
Only
can.
the chief nursing officer.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Milton.
Honestly. Do you think, Milton? I don't know.
Reading a spicy email was not on my bingo card for today.
You're welcome. All right.
Someone doesn't live by don't shit where you eat, but that's okay.
Not unless you're the one shitting. Think about it.
I think I'll think as little as I already have. We're good.
Goldie, you are attempting to fix the Miss Nanny, yes?
Yep, I'm just gonna crack her open in front of everybody, I guess. So.
Wait a minute. Are we? Oh God.
All right. You would like to use
Delicious.
repair to do this? This is going to be.
Also, repair is a tag of mine, and I have 3 repair kits, so why not use one?
Okay. This is going to be a difficulty 2, as she is quite busted at this point.
What does having a robo repair kit do? Does it give me an extra die, or?
I believe that it lowers the difficulty by 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to use one of those.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
All right.
I opened to the exact page I needed. I'm a genius.
Wow.
Oh, well, I got 0 successes.
Okay.
Is it too late to help them?
And she blows up.
How are you going to
None of us in
help?
the room.
Yeah. How are you going to help?
Backseat driving.
Well, I think Devrin, like, he sees what's going on and he pulls out his combat knife and he's like, "We just need a little bit of induction right here. The wires aren't really connecting, so if you use the repair kit off the metal of the knife, you should be able to hear." And then he just kind of sticks it where it needs to. He's like, "Try it again."
Okay. Would you like to roll your repair to help with this? As you have it tagged, you're gonna roll 1d8 or 1d20. D8. What the hell? There's no d8s in this system.
Do the D8.
Help me! Tell me what to roll. I don't know what I'm doing.
Look, we only need 1 success because of the repair kit, so you have to get the success.
Okay. Cool. I got
So
it.
your /R 1d20, and your target number is 9.
You said what? /R 1d20. R 1d20. Okay.
Patient.
Other
Oh,
slash.
space.
Other slash.
And
I
you
don't
have to
Other
put
slash
a
computer.
R
space.
space 1d20.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this anymore. Can I roll physical?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Dude, it's me every time I use roll 20. I'm like, is it backslash R or R backslash? I don't remember.
roll 20 hates me, just like DD Dice hates me.
Fair.
Okay, so I got a 4.
Okay.
Yay.
So you got a
Yeah.
success, and you are tagged in it, so that is an extra success. So you guys get to bank 1 AP.
Look at that.
And with Devrin's help, Goldie, you are able to fix this Miss Nanny. And you see her, she kind of resets, and she kind of like looks around to everybody, and she's like, "What's going on? Why are you all in here?"
Darling, don't you remember?
She like looks at you. "Why are you out of your standard issue?"
I'm gonna immediately pull all the pieces out from inside of her.
We just figured. You know what? Whatever.
There goes that new party member.
Yeah.
Now, why is she talking like that? Oh my gosh!
She lost her accent. It's gone.
You see her just like her thruster stops and she kind of just clanks to the ground. Buy your dinner first.
Is that murder?
Look, she's
Oh,
no longer
yes.
manipulatable for keeping us quiet. So oops. I'll look around and just go, oopsie, and I'm gonna sort through her parts.
Grab some backups.
I believe that the Mr. Nanny units have a part that I actually told you I was looking for at one point.
Oh yeah?
As a standard, the behavioral analysis mod.
Yeah, pop off. Yeah, if you can find it, absolutely.
Yes. Yes. So I'm just gonna dig through her parts to find that.
Okay. Maxwell, you are just looking. I forgot to tell you what you saw before, so I will tell you now what's going on downstairs. There were 4 raiders down there in the cafeteria. It's a glass enclosed large room. They had a pile of broken tables that looked like a small mountain off to the side. There's a lit fire in the middle within a large metal trash can. And then clustered into individual sleeping spots, they had their own sort of stuff. They had the weapons that they have 2 pipe pistols with 3 pipe, or 2 have pipe pistols. All 3 of them have pipe guns, and then 1 just has a tire iron. They all have armor on their arms and torsos. They also have a Mr. Handy down there, moving around. They were playing a game where they had him hold a tray of bottles, and they would kind of push him around and watch him pick them up as they dropped.
No.
That's fucked up.
You can see that they have removed his buzzsaw and his flamer.
Oh.
Flamer.
We could pull the funniest prank right now.
Goldie does not look like this, Mr. Handy.
But in the dark, who's to say?
I guess that's fair.
Maxwell is just going to be here on the staircase listening in to see if anyone's coming up from the noise that they're making up here. Kind of reminder that the other stairwell is booby-trapped.
Baseball
yeah.
grenade.
You did get both of those baseball grenades into your inventory, right?
The worst person to give them to.
I didn't. You just suddenly had
Or
them.
the
Yes.
best.
There was no discussion. They just, oh look, I'll have these.
There was no question. You had the baseball grenades.
Maxwell, there doesn't seem to be any movement from down below coming up. You don't even hear the clash from the Miss Nanny falling down. This is a large building, and it was in an enclosed space. So you've maybe felt a little rumble in your feet, but that's it.
You'll just lean back into the open corridor, see if there's anyone else in. Sigh, walk back to the room where everyone is. He'll poke his head in and give the thumbs up.
All right. That is it for this room, unless somebody else wants to make a survival check or a looting check to see if you can gather anything else from this room.
Think we're golden?
Nope, I'm just gonna put
Okay.
the mod. I'm just gonna find the mod and just install it.
Okay. All right. Sounds good to me. Everyone returns to their sleeping situations.
I'll charge in the Miss Nanny.
There you go.
upward.
There you go. All right.
Do.
Is anyone?
Oh,
What's the
no.
watch situation?
Max will offer first.
It
Yeah.
was going to be me. If I can still watch from my port, then I can, because I don't need to sleep, so you guys
Mhm.
could sleep.
Yeah, I mean, you can see out the door, and you would hear if they exploded the baseball grenades. So.
That is true. Like, I figured if you guys want to be able to sleep, I can just keep watch. I don't have to power down or anything. I just charge.
Sick.
Bet.
Me?
All right.
Eve is
Everyone-
already getting ready for bed. She's like dressing fully down. Like all of her stuff is gone. Somehow she's in pajamas. She's like at this point busy like just pulling a truly prodigious amount of bobby pins out of her hair.
What do your PJs look like?
Oh, it's got to be like something like really old fashioned, like a muumuu like situation. There's like flowers. There's a floral print and like mostly that, and then also like a hair cap.
You've bobby pinned it into like finger curls and have pinned them up so that tomorrow you can just take it down. Love it. Okay. Anything else you guys would like to do before you go to sleep?
Everyone watches Max just go to a corner of the room, take off like the army green cloak that he has on him, swirl it around himself, and just sit down into the corner of the room, cradling his rifle against his chest.
Cocoon.
It is at the lowest possible volume, but you can hear like what sounds like slow intermission music playing out of the audience participation box on Goldie.
Which you can hear on stream. Okay.
I think Devin just goes back under the nurse's station, like just that wall of protection, and just
Goes
Go
back
up.
to my spare room.
Finn would remove his shoulder blade and just have a Fernadette tucked in close next to him. Maybe like how Max is holding the rifle, just it's so much more delicate, so he kind of just has it kind of like cupped near his cheek, like, all right, sweet dreams.
That's so cute. All right. Yeah, you guys begin to fall asleep, some more easily than others. Devrin, as you are attempting to sleep, something that is hard for you to do, you begin to sort of like daydream, and your mind starts to wander as you are trying to search for something to latch onto to fall asleep, and you kind of start to smell something. It's the smell of a low burning bonfire as it kind of like swirls into your mind. You begin to like imagine yourself walking through a dark woods. There's something heavy in your hands, and you start to envision like a scene before you. You see this small firelight in the distance, and as you approach it, you see there's a woman sitting there. She's got golden skin glowing in the firelight. Her hair is a mess of curls kind of pinned up to the top of her head, and there's some sticks caught in it. She spoons some food from a tin into her mouth as you come up behind her. She turns at the sound of you, and your vision goes foggy. But when it returns, you find your hands are covered in blood, and the woman's corpse is in front of you. Fear rushes through your body, and you are shaking. Your legs don't seem to be working properly as you're trying to pull yourself through the mud and the plants, and you finally make purchase on something hard, like stone. And then the world goes black again.
I think in that moment of going through that entire like scenescape, like Devrin, he shoots up from the nurse's station and hits his head on the top of the desk, and you can kind of hear it, and it's this loud thunk, and he's like, "Ah, hello, hello," and he when he wakes up, it's almost as if like he wasn't relaxing. It's very aggressive. And he shoots up from behind the nurse's station, and he's brandishing his 10mm, and he's looking around. He's like, "Hello," and like kind of spinning it around, but then like sees Finn asleep, and Max in the corner, and then kind of like puts it away, and his right hand just ferociously starts to like tremor, like really bad, to the point to where he has to force it, like he's clasping it to stop. And he kind of sinks down right behind the nurse's station, scoots back up to the back of the wall. And if anybody was hearing it, you could just hear kind of like a very uneasy set of breathing.
Yeah. Goldie, you witness all of this as you are facing the desk. And the rest of you, it depends on... I think, Maxwell, you would probably wake up to this for sure because of your training. But the rest of you... I think Eve is a heavy sleeper, just in my head. That makes sense to me.
She's got like
Sleeping mask.
the sleeping mask on.
And then, Finn, it's up to you if you feel like...
I'm
you're heavy
thinking heavy sleeper too. I think I probably would have just been like out.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, you guys see this. This is like probably close to morning, as these thoughts had gone through Devrin's head, but the rest of the night seems to go without any problems. You all wake up in the morning feeling like a Millie, feeling like you slept on hard bed. So, what would you guys like to do?
I would like to disarm the baseball grenade trap.
Okay, fair, good. We love that. Everyone gets up, has a little snack, some coffee, maybe.
That's right, Goldie can make us coffee. Maxwell Coffee is the brand.
That's right. I have an
Maxwell
internal
House.
boiler.
So
And
Goldie
honestly,
is
given the host programming in, I imagine water is already boiling whenever he wakes up. It's like, good morning, friends.
You're a chipper one this early.
I am boiling water for your choice of coffee or tea. You will have to locate the coffee and or tea in this facility to drink it.
Helpful.
Max pulls out a cup noodle.
Oh, thank goodness. I have all these different plants to test out. I'm pretty sure one of these is tea.
Can I start slapping Finn's arm? Like, please help.
Yeah. Hold on. I can help you. I'm sure we could save time by looking at what's there instead of testing it all with hot water.
Throws it.
yeah, one of these is definitely going to make something equivalent to tea. It's a little bitter, but everything is a little bitter in the waste.
Right. And so does he still have the poison plant from earlier?
Of course, this is one of the ones that she set out for tea.
Evie, why do you have this?
Oh, it's just Eve. Well,
My
I was going to
apologies.
test it out.
I wouldn't. This will kill you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It hasn't yet. I tried it yesterday.
Without check, you just... What do you mean you tried it?
Well,
Max mimes putting something in mouth.
You ate part of the flower?
mm-hmm.
Is
And
this
you're-
when the death threat started?
Snaps
Oh.
points. Snaps
Got
points.
it. Okay.
Oh, yeah, he
Yeah,
came
that-
right up to me and he was pointing at his skull, and I was all like, oh, that means death.
Yeah.
Oh, you were
It's-
talking about the plant.
Yes, it's all making sense. Okay, so there wasn't threats. Okay, I'm going to take this, if that's
Mhm.
okay with you. I would
Mhm.
like you to not ingest this anymore. It's probably good for something,
Mm-hmm.
not for your mouth.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
We'll figure it out.
We will.
We could always just steal it and have someone else drink it, though.
I feel like we just figured it out.
I would like to take other steps before poisoning another, but yes, if we do need it, I will keep it with the other plants. Just please don't touch that again. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Try anything else. This all looks fine, but not this one.
Dever pulls out
Uh,
like a very like old little bag that has like coffee grounds that I'm pretty sure he's used like once or twice, and just puts it in a cup with boiled water. He's like, "Thank you, Goldie."
You're welcome.
Max has sat on top of the nurse's station and is currently kicking his feet. The gas mask is slightly raised, and you can see like he's eating noodles. There's a scar along his lip.
Finn, I would like you to make a check for me. I would like
Okay.
you to make a hello.
Hello?
There's no search. A survival intelligence roll, please. This is gonna be a difficulty 1.
Okay. Do I just click on survival and it'll put the intelligence in there?
No. So
There's
you're
a-
gonna roll. You're gonna add them together. Let's see. Yours
Yeah, because that'll be 10.
10.
Just roll
Okay. So
2d20s then.
yes. Yep.
Cool.
Try to get below 10.
Yep.
On both.
Yeah, you got 2 successes. You
Huzzah.
guys can bank 1. As you are helping Eve out with all of this, you notice that she has a tattoo on her forearm that seems to be a line and a V, which makes sense because her name is Eve, and that spells Eve. But it does make you kind of think back to your time before you were in the waste, where you've seen a similar tattoo, and you see the woman who was raising you, I would say is not a great word, but the one who was helping you had a tattoo that had 3 lines on it, just 3 straight lines, in a very similar spot.
Okay. Eve, excuse me. I couldn't help but notice the tattoo on your wrist.
Oh.
Yes, it's lovely, by the way. It looks very familiar to one that an old friend of mine had. Is there a significance to the lines or the shape or the...
Oh, it just says Eve.
Okay, I see. Okay, I have a friend. She's a similar one. It's just more lines than the... But did you...
That sounds silly. Why would somebody have E written on her wrist?
I do not know. I was hoping I would find an answer from you, but it would turn out that it might just be a silly coincidence.
Who was this friend?
Oh, just an old friend. She taught me many things, a lot about my flowers and smart stuff.
Oh.
Would you know anything about anyone else with the same tattoo? Was it like a group
No,
day?
I don't-
No?
I don't think so. No. Mm-mm. And if I did, they wouldn't be around anymore.
Is that threatening or just you just lost ties with many people?
Sometimes you just leave a place behind forever and you can never go back.
I can relate to that. That yes, I've left many places. Okay. Then, if there's no further knowledge, I will continue to enjoy my morning, as I hope you do as well.
Just one thing. Do you,
Yes.
remember what this friend looked like?
Short old lady.
Mhm.
Finn is pulling up his notes because he forgets her name.
Yeah. She had like very gray hair. Like she was an old lady. She's no like. There was nothing like really special about her, like no scars or tattoos besides the one you know of. No birthmarks. She was just kind of standard old lady from what you remember. She was sickly, like she coughed a lot and moved very slowly.
Yeah, just a nice, average old woman. She was stern but sweet at times, but I want to say Tina, but I can't find it in my notes.
Tracy.
It was Tracy. I found it. It was Tracy. I would never forget Tracy.
Oh, well. Where was this?
This was my facilitation vaults where I learned to do everything, and I was much smarter than the rest. And I got good grades. I guess I passed a lot of tests, and I was.
You came from a vault?
Yes, I did. Or is that not?
Are you from Grand Rapids?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Yeah, it was a vault. They said pick a name, and I said, oh, I got to come up with something, and I picked Alexander Finnegan, and then I was out, and then I walked a lot, just everywhere until Motown.
Well, I mean, if you were from Grand Rapids, you would know it. There's a big river. It's called the Grand River.
There wasn't a sign on it, but I've passed many rivers.
Did you know that the Grand River is Michigan's largest inland river?
I do now. It sounds big. If it's the largest, I believe that.
Well, if you've never heard of it before, you probably aren't from Grand Rapids.
Then it sounds like we figured that mystery out.
You don't know what Michigan is, by the way. Okay, sure.
Okay. Yes.
All right. Anything else this morning before we venture out? Okay. How are you guys avoiding these raiders altogether?
We're not. We're gonna just run right through.
I was gonna
They're
say,
in
if
the
we head
back
out
as
until
far as
we
you
go
know.
back in.
I was gonna say,
If
like,
they
I could
catch
just,
us, that's on them.
then they can catch these hands.
Yeah. I need to recruit a few friends for something. I'm sure we could sweet talk them.
Well, that's a good question there, LB. What are they doing right now? Like, Devin would like to go on a morning scout because everybody's being weird and he's not about it.
Fair. Yeah, as you are going downstairs, the sun is rising. You can see you're in the middle of the city. So there is a lot of high rises, there's a lot of broken buildings. But the back to this area, you can see that they are gearing up. They are raiders. So they are probably going to be going out to raid something, find, scavenge, go harass people as they do.
Do they take their Mr. Hand? I assume I noticed the disassembled, partially Mr. Handy, right?
It's inside. Yeah, it's still in their camp.
It's still in their camp. Okay. Okay. I have nothing else. I think I go back up and I tell everybody, like, the raiders are leaving, but they left that poor robot down there. They seem to have, like, been messing with it. It's weird.
Do you think we could loot their camp for supplies, or did they pack up everything with them?
Perhaps we
the
can repair
raiders.
him.
Not
saying
too,
that.
I suppose.
Other raiders, so anything they have, they could take on their back. So
It's
if we
always
find
worth
anything-
checking out a campsite. People leave stuff behind all the time.
Mm-hmm. And Goldie did want to get a friend yesterday, then had to unfortunately kill her. So maybe we can get
Yes.
Goldie a new friend today.
Love is a fickle thing.
No, I don't know.
Very confusing.
Yeah, maybe we can put the blade from their long lost love on our new friend.
Good plan. I'll immediately rip it off of the husk of the Mr. Nanny.
Jesus. So aggressive and so very polite at the same time. Okay. And then Devin just walks away. Like, he's just like, okay.
All right, you guys wait about 30 minutes before these raiders leave. They do take most of their things. You guys, for those of you who have traveled through the waste, Cameron, for sure you would know that raiders tend to have stashes that they leave behind. It'll be harder to find, but you might be able to get some things from that. And you can approach the Mr. Handy, who seems to have his voice box removed as well.
There are once over in camp can only do us a good thing. We might as well stop on by.
Max pulls his cloak to the side. There's the rattling of metal. He points to a sign that says shopping.
Exactly. Do a bit of shopping without having to pay for it.
So
I'd
stealing.
like- It's
No,
not
Finn.
stealing.
Shopping without having to pay.
Max goes back to his cloak. The rattling of metal discounted.
Yeah, Max, you get it. You know exactly what to say. And I guess if I know that they have stashes, can I try and find the stash?
Sure, absolutely. This is going to be
What would
a.
that be?
It's going to be 2 difficulty. What did we say? It was survival and
Is it perception?
perception. Yeah,
if you're
thank you.
just looting.
Could I be smart because I know that they exist and do intelligence instead of perception?
Ooh, I like that. I'll accept that argument. Would you like to buy
Okay.
any extra dice?
I'd like
we
to
have
offer
what?
help if it's accepted. But
Yeah, I think I'd do that because I know we're kind of low on points here. Okay, so that's survival is 1, intelligence is
Mhm.
7, so that's 8 total.
Okay. Roll
Which
your
would
2d20. Yep,
R
backslash R 2d20.
Space 2
Yep.
D20, and we're looking for under 8s.
Hey,
Hey, that's
Okay.
1.
That is 1 success. Are you tagged in survival?
Oh no,
Okay.
no, I am not.
All right. Devin, how
help.
are you assisting?
All right, LB, you ready to walk with me for a little bit?
Let's
Hold
go on
my
a
hand.
walk.
on
Okay.
a moonlit walk.
Can you do me a favor? Can you describe the floor in which the Raiders are on?
Yeah, so the area that they're in, it's tile, broken.
Mm-hmm.
You want more? Not just the floor.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Just- not just the floor.
this-
Like, is this an open lobby area? Is it
Yeah.
the kitchen area? Is it a back
It's-
room office? Like,
Yeah, it's the back. So it was the cafeteria. It's a big glass enclosed space. A lot of the glass is broken at this point, being so far removed from time, and nukes went off. But there is a large pile of like tables and chairs and stuff that they've kind of created into like a small mountain. There is the serving area where there's like a big long what was it like space where they would put in like hot food in the little tray things. And there is a kitchen in the back and a like office off to the side, but it is basically just a cafeteria section.
Ellen. I think Devin takes a moment. He kind of looks around and he's doing the like, what would I do type situation. And if it's a standard hospital kitchen in the serving area with one of the hot iron plates that are underneath, there's a reservoir where they'll keep additional water. That's usually like vacuum sealed lock, which I'm pretty sure is broken, and it's the size of your standard like shoe box. And I'm like, they probably hid things under there. It's tucked
Okay.
away.
So what are you arguing for? What do you want to roll for this?
I am going to also argue survival because I think, yes, I'm going to argue survival because Devin has been in the waste for a little bit. And then I'm also going to argue intelligence because of Ian's own knowledge of commercial kitchens.
I appreciate that, and I accept. Please roll
Thank you.
1d20. You are going to try to get under 8.
Under 8. And then I have survival tact.
Correct. So if you get 1 success, you get 2 successes.
Okay, you said 8.
Correct?
Well, shit. I rolled a 9.
Oh, unfortunate.
I was in the same boat earlier.
All right.
Very
That's so far.
unfortunate.
You
Very
open up this this chamber where you're like, that's the smart place where someone would hide these, which absolutely yes they would if they were smart, and clearly they are not. But you do find some irradiated water in there if you would like to take that. It's dirty water.
I can boil it.
Yeah.
I don't think that makes it any better.
Yes, it does.
Technically.
Could I give it a go? Looking for the stash everyone's mentioning?
Sure.
Yeah, is survival perception?
Mm-hmm.
I'll assist Max on that one.
Okay.
Go.
And I hand the water to Goldie. Just be like, here.
You get 1 dirty water.
Into the
No. This is where the high
Hold on,
roller.
let me roll to assist.
What are you rolling to assist?
I'm assisting him, so I figured just survival perception as well.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't have anything creative in mind.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It was
I am
over his
also
shoulder.
looking.
We're just looking around.
Okay.
1d20. Never mind.
All
Okay.
right. Let's get
There's
the
a
bad
lot
rolls
of-
out
Everyone's,
now.
everyone's standing in the middle of the kitchen going like, I don't see shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of junk around here.
Yeah.
You do find, as you are searching, there are 2 clipboards in here. They are that are part of like there's the paper that was on it is completely disintegrated at this point, but there are 2 clipboards that are just kind of hanging out where they would do like checks or tallies or taking notes.
Who's looking for clipboards?
These
Someone-
clipboards are gonna be the
someone
secret
was
final
looking.
boss. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Someone was looking for clipboards. I remember that.
Devon
I was
feels
ready.
a tap on their shoulder and 2 clipboards.
Ah, what? I maxed. Oh, thank you.
While everybody's attempting to search the place, I've gone over to the Mr. Handy
Mhm.
with the parts from the Mr. Handy and just float up to it. Hi there, I'm Goldie, the social Mr. Handy. I'm here to repair you.
You see the eye stalks sort of look at you. There is no voice box, so it kind of like there's like questioning up and down movement.
But I must scream.
So I'm just gonna start repairing and attaching like this
Yeah.
new buzzsaw hand and everything to it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Are you going to leave are you going to like let this Mr. Handy go, or are you going to take it with you?
I'll get to that.
Okay. I need to know, because if you're gonna just let it go, I'm not gonna make you roll for it.
Okay, I'm going to let it go, but I'm also going to convince it that it should not let people treat it like that so that it attacks the raiders when it comes back.
Aw, okay, yeah. So yeah, you attach the buzzsaw arm and start to repair it, and the voice box activates back up. Hello, sir. Thank you so much for repairing me.
Absolutely. You know, you are a respectable individual and should not let people treat you like this. You need to learn how to stand up for yourself, Pilgrim. Just cycling back into the movie quotes again.
I am here to serve. Am I not to serve everyone?
You should serve yourself first and foremost. If you can't serve yourself, how can you serve anybody else?
Oh, I've never become self-actuated before.
I'll tell you what, those bullies that did this to you, when they come back, you ought to give them what for.
What should I give them?
How about this? And I'll just tap the buzzsaw arm that I've attached to him.
You see him look at it, like 2 of the eye stalks look at it, and it revs up, and he goes, I catch your meaning, sir. Thank you.
I was gonna say
Absolutely.
Devrin's in the background doing this.
The little audience participation, just
Yeah.
applause as Goldie floats away to the group.
Hell yeah.
Wow, he sure does know how to give a pep talk. I sure want to give him what for, too.
Lovely. All right. Anything else you guys want to do while you're in this junk area? Because that's all that you found. All right. Cooliosis.
Liv says, Liv, wow.
Who are
Ivy.
you? Who are you?
It's
Who are
Eve.
you? Eve. I am
Eve,
sorry.
like-
Eva.
Like
Eve.
Adam and Eve.
Eve. Eve
Like from
mentioned
the
something
Garden
about
of Eden.
getting
4,
retribution.
not 54.
Eve mentioned something about getting retribution on the raiders, and Maxwell looks at the sleeping bags that are there, looks at the hand grenades that he has on him, thinks for a moment, looks up at the party, who's like doing whatever.
Could just line them with poison and save the grenade. Or we can go boom.
We won't even be here.
I mean, that's
I
true.
know.
But Mr. Handy, leave. Go.
Run! Get out of
Plausible
here!
deniability. Get out of here.
Run for your life.
Very well,
Yeah,
sir.
blow
And you see him float
blow
off.
blow this mother up. Fuck it. Let's do it.
I'll booby trap one of their sleeping bags with a baseball
Alright.
grenade.
Remove one of the baseball grenades from your inventory, please.
This is gonna be fun.
I'm glad we won't be around for that. That sounds painful.
I sure am going to miss that new friend that I made with parts of my old girlfriend.
We'll move on.
Are you okay, Goldie? Do you unpack things emotionally? Are you
I only unpack things physically,
okay?
such
So you
as
don't-
luggage.
Okay.
If anything, I think Goldie has like the most healthy perception of it because they took a small bit of their love with them, so they can always cherish it. And
That's
keep it.
true. Her modification now rests inside of me.
Goldie, how long are you going to remember that love for?
Which one?
Okay.
Oh!
I think we're okay. I don't think we need to process anything here.
Let's go, Goldie.
All
Which one's
right.
wild?
You guys exit Harper Hospital and begin to make. I assume you guys are going to Dream Estates retirement home.
Yes, that is what we talked about last time.
That's where the
Alright.
contact is.
On Dragon
Yeah.
Ball Z.
Yeah. So you make it there. As you are walking through the wasteland that is the 313, you are. There are a lot of tall buildings here. There's a lot of like old buildings that are shorter as well, like government style buildings. But for the most part, the sun is blocked by these giant skyscrapers that are mostly decrepit and falling apart. But there's a lot of debris on the road as you are walking, and you guys hear like distant sounds of skirmishes and yelling. Nothing that is close to you. This is just the sound of the 313. It's very common for there to be fighting and guns going off. This is the wasteland after all. But as you approach the broken building of the 313, as you approach this building, you can see that it is a sort of 2-story red brick building. Its roof is lined with vaulted peaks that look like spikes, kind of defending itself from this great city that's sitting over it. Its entryway is arched with white stone lining, and there's a small entryway that has large wooden doors. One of them seems to be broken in place, but you can kind of manage to squeeze through to the other side. But there is a dark foyer and a single candle that lights this space. What would you guys like to do? How would you like to approach this?
You're muted.
I am not. It's just Zoom throttling me once again, and I have to speak louder. Okay. What do we know about the retirement home?
Those of you who have traveled, okay. So I would say, Cam and probably Eve know that the retirement home is home to a lot of ghouls. Not feral ghouls, just ghouls. A lot of ghouls who will go into Motown say that they're heading to this retirement home as they know that it is a safe space for them. Not many people, like humanoids, super mutants, anything like that, go there. There's nothing of like importance as far as like they don't really have a lot of things that you could get besides scrap, and there's a lot of ghouls there, so most people do not travel to this spot outside of the ghouls that want to find this quiet, I guess.
Okay. Makes sense. So, sorry. By all means, we should assume that this is a friendly outpost that, we shouldn't be too concerned about.
I was about to ask, is there like a reception area for this retirement home, or?
Yeah, so as you guys kind of walk into the beginning, you see that there is a reception desk that sits towards the back of the room. It's in its own enclosed space. Like there is a desk and then walls, and there's this little room where someone would be greeting people. That is where the candle is, and you can kind of see that there is like all of the windows have been boarded up in this area, and there is a bunch of like junk that has been pushed out of the main way, and kind of gives you a like 20-foot area for you to walk in, and then there's like 2 doors, one on each side of the reception desk.
Is there a
Please tell me there's a bell
bell?
on the desk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a bell on the desk.
Eve walks straight in, hits the bell, and then just waits.
You see out of the candlelight, a Mr. Handy appears. Its thrusters is pushing him along this unseen behind this desk, as it is just high enough that you cannot see it. The normal chrome finish is replaced with crusted and broken paint that seems to have been a dusty pink at one point. His eye stalks stay on you as its body turns and reveal a contorted human face painted on its chest and its chassis. The only thing that remains of it is the right side of a smiling individual, but its cracks and flakes that now cover it make it look like a twisted harlequin. And he looks to all of you and says, "Hello and welcome. How may I be of assistance to you today?"
Oh, Goldie, I think this is you.
The player has forgotten the name of the person that we are supposed to find here.
Rob.
Rob. Hi there. My name is Goldie. I and my associates are here to meet Rob.
I'm sorry, right now we are only handling a family of members who are in our facility. Are you a family member of Rob?
Absolutely.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to lie to this man.
Great. So the part that I stole off of the Mr. Nanny reduces the difficulty of speech tests by 1 to a minimum of a 0. To a minimum of 0.
Yeah, so this is going to become a 0 test.
Have you all seen that video floating around of like the two AIs talking to each other and they switch to a different language?
Oh yeah.
Well, good news, I got 0 successes.
Okay, so you still succeed, but you don't get to bank any AP from this. And you see that the eye stalks sort of get a little bit bigger and move up, and they wonderful. Well, please join me back. You can use the right door, and I will see you in the entryway, and you can see your beloved elderly folk.
Thank you. I'll turn to the party and gesture with my pincer arm. After you, guys, gals, and pals.
Max turns to Cameron, pulls his cloak to the side, finds a little sign that says concernometer, and just shifts it all the way to red.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. We got this perfectly functional representative here leading the way, and I'm sure nothing's gonna go wrong lying to anyone around here. But if it does, you might just want to keep a rifle aimed at every shadowy corner we walk past.
The most discreetest of thumbs up.
You guys enter into the right doorway, and you see that this Mr. Handy is on the other side. He says, "My name is David. I'm so sorry about the state of places. It seems that some vandals have come through, and we are waiting for repairs on the windows. As we move through, please keep your hands to yourself and do not enter any room that is not belonging to your family member."
And
then-
do.
He turns, and this is a sort of a darkened hallway. You can see that there is a door at the end of it. There's a little bit of light coming through. Some of these rooms have like glass in the doors that you can see into. There looks to be some offices, but as you reach towards the end of the hallway and pass by one of the rooms, you hear a thud as something hits the door. And for those of you who have been in the waste, you can hear the sound of a feral ghoul on the other side, and you can see in the window as this for those of you who don't know what a ghoul looks like, their skin is completely irradiated. It's like hardened in this almost burn looking. They have big wide eyes, and their lips are gone, their ears are gone, their noses are gone. It's kind of all of the soft tissue has melted away from the radiation, and it seems to be trying to claw at the door, but it's not getting through this one. It seems to be locked from the outside. And David says, "My apologies, some of our guests get a little rowdy in the morning." And he goes to the door and opens it. And as the door opens, it is very light. It's lit very well in here. It seems to be there are some windows that have been broken, but most of them are still intact. You see like there's sort of a day room off to your left where there are some individuals sitting in there, and there are ghouls. They seem to be normal ghouls, not feral. And there's a couple that are reading. There are some that are playing games together. But every living thing in here seems to be a ghoul of some kind. You see another Mr. Handy sort of floating, delivering drinks to one. This is a like pastel green. It's still got the chipped paint on it, and again it has that face painted on it. This is a different looking face, but it is chipped away and it does look quite grotesque. But that is what you see as you walk in, and he continues to sort of move down the hallway.
Above table, did anyone else think that David was opening the feral ghoul door?
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
sorry.
no, I was like, okay, rifle up.
Okay, what do we
Here's
do?
Rob.
Yeah, I was like, David, I'm just gonna knock you out of the sky before you do that.
And welcome. This is your sickly family member.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
I do have a question about the. I apologize. Go.
No, you go.
I have a question about the painting on the Mr. Handy's. Does it look like this is like a tag of some sort, or does this look like this was maybe like a resident's art project?
It looks to be very professionally done, or was at some point. Like, you can tell from the faces that they were high quality. And it seems to be from the level of decay that this was done before the Great War. So it was probably a function of the place before everything went down.
Okay, cool. So it's like a brand or an icon. It's not like somebody's like, this is our group's Mr. Handy type thing.
No, it seems, and if you ask about it, David will say, the founders of the retirement home have wanted there to be a friendly face for everybody. At Dream Estates Retirement Home, we want to make sure all of our members, even those with the problems of memory, could have a friendly face.
Feral ghoul rattles off the side.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, David. Okay, I'm done.
Very quietly to the group, Goldie will 180 spin to everybody and continue to float in the direction of David. And again, just same chipper voice, but volume dropped all the way down. Just go, does anybody actually know what Rob looks like that we are supposed to meet?
Well, wouldn't you know, Goldie? You're related to him.
I like your candor. And just spin right back around.
I assume we can just walk in and say, "Oh, Rob, we're here to visit," and they'll pipe up for us.
D-Town sends the regards.
Now, this Mr. Handy
Maybe
seems
later,
like-
Max. Maybe later.
I think without any decorum or anything, like after realizing that nobody like really knows, Devon goes, "Rob!" Just like really loud to see
You
if
see-
anyone shifts their head. Yeah.
all of the feral ghoul, all of the ghouls jump, and they're like kind of holding their chest. And they're like looking at you, sees that there's a super mutant with you, and then kind of like some of them like gather their things closer to them, like literally clutching their pearls, sort of situation.
Hey, fuck you guys.
I've been in this situation before. Excuse me, do you know who Rob is? Have you seen Rob?
You turn to one of the ghouls. It looks to be, again, there's no hair, but it seems to be she's wearing a dress. It's like floral, a little old-fashioned even for the time. And she says, "Are you friends of Rob's?"
Our friend here points at Goldie. Is a distant relative. I'm more of a cousin.
Okay, yes, Rob is room 203 down the hallway. You're not going to hurt us, right? We haven't done
No,
anything
really?
wrong.
What's your name?
Dolores.
Dolores, that floral pattern looks very lovely on you today.
Oh,
You have
thank
a good
you.
one.
I'll
Thank
say, lovely floral.
Max has just been collecting like rotten candies from all of the cool grandmas.
Oh, and this
Would you
one's
like
for
a
you.
butterscotch?
I have one in my purse here. Let me. This is
Dust.
I actually think Devon would be like, "Oh, that would be lovely, thank you. You're so nice.
She gives you a cough drop.
Mm.
I mean, that's really huge. The nutrients in that alone in this time? Like, yo.
Mhm.
Just gave over a
He's
small
got health
fortune.
benefits.
Yeah.
And then I kiss Dolores on the forehead and I walk over to the
Oh.
room.
Flatterer. And they gotta go back to their game.
Children and old folks, special place in my heart. Okay, bye.
Learn more about you every time you talk.
You
I'll
guys
stop talking.
That's what talking is like.
guys make your way further down the hallway to room 201 or whatever I said. And you see that the door is open. All of these rooms are sort of like little home areas. There is a small kitchenette. There's a kitchen table, a bed, and a side dresser. Most of these rooms are destroyed in some way, but they seem like the ghouls have been like picking it up and like making it their own. But you do see this room. It looks like someone has like made a sign that says Rob on it, or Robert, and it's kind of placed to the side. One of the Granny ghouls have probably made labels for everybody, and you can see that each door has something different. But you have made it to Rob's room.
The group just hears a small blit and a clatter of something on the floor as Max pulls down his gas mask again. He tried one of the candies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Decided he didn't like it.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I could have told you that wouldn't have tasted very good.
Finn watches as Max starts to unwrap another piece of candy.
No, stop. You know that's not good.
Boy, must
Oh,
learn.
you got any more?
No.
Yeah,
God,
this is
don't know that
processed.
they're
It
on.
has to be good.
How wrong you are.
How do we want to approach our friend Rob here? We just,
knock.
I mean, are we like just grabbing them and leaving?
Hmm.
Or...
I don't think
We
we have
asked
to do
if they'll
that.
let us sit down, then we can
Why-
ask a couple
why-
questions. We don't need
Why
to
are you
grab
looking
and
at me
go.
like that? What did I say? Was there something wrong?
I just think there was just
Wait.
a tone of aggression that we probably didn't have to start with. Why would we grab him? We could just ask,
That's what we're here for.
are we taking him? I thought we were asking questions.
Devin looks around at the group like, is it me?
I'm-
Like,
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure we're just seeing what he knows about how to get to our waypoint. I don't think we need to take this kindly man from his home.
I thought he was going to take us to the way, but okay, you know what?
That's a lot of expectation for an old man.
Devrin just
Well,
feels a
let's
comfort.
see what he wants to do.
Yeah, if he wants to come along, no one's going to stop him. But force is not where we need to start.
No, that's fine.
And then I
It's wrong.
think
It's
Cam
okay.
turns and knocks on the door.
All right, I think that is a good spot for us to take our break for the evening before we go kindly talk to this old man ghoul, Rob. So don't go to a place unless don't go to a place unless just grab a drink, grab food, grab a friend, or do a little stretch. Let's stretch our backs out today, because Lord knows we all need it. See how far you can get touching your toes when you stand up. That'll be fun. All right, we'll be back in a minute.
LB, why would
Bye.
you do this to me?
You can do it. I believe in you. Bye. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Thanks for hanging out after the break. Good to see you. Glad to have everyone in chat. We love to hang out with you. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment, because I love to see them and hear your thoughts on things. Let's pop back in. Cam, you have just knocked on the door to Robert's room. You hear shifting on the other side, and it takes probably like 2 full minutes, 120 seconds as this man shuffles over. The door opens, and you see a ghoul that is sort of hunched over. He's wearing a really nice, like, long sleeve shirt and like a cardigan over it. He's wearing like a bow tie, and his clothes seem very nice, but he like kind of squints and looks at all of you as he's trying to figure out what's going on here.
Hello, I take it you're Robert as assigned so kindly informs us, Robert.
Trevor, what are you doing? Come in, you don't need to knock. And you see him like turn around and he starts shuffling back
Just
to his
do it
lazy
out of
boy.
kindness, you know me.
He like pats the table and he's like, did you bring any friends with you? I want to play some euchre.
I did. I brought a couple that
Oh
might even
my
know it. One
gosh,
of them is
I
from
love
the
euchre.
Exactly. I think Eve here might know euchre a bit more than any of us.
Max turns to Devrin. There's the clanking of metal, and there is a sign that says, I hardly know her.
Euchre. I hardly know.
her.
It's right next to the sign that says, "That's what she said." And,
Yeah.
That's a good collection.
Devin reads and looks at you and he's like, "Ah,
I love Devrin.
Some of my friends are a bit more eccentric. You'll just need to, they take a bit of warming up to, but they're genuinely good people.
Come in and find a seat. I can tell you my stories. And you see his eyes open just a little bit as he says stories.
Story time's always fun.
Devin is locked in. Like he sits down. He's just like, go on.
Did you know? Trevor would know, but the rest of you, I fought on the moon.
No.
You don't say.
8 days up there.
Yeah, well, no, it was much longer than that. We were there for months fighting for resources.
Can you tell us any interesting stories about our friend Trevor here?
Trevor is a great adventurer, I'm sure, as you know. He spends his time running about the waste, and he brings me back all of the tales of the North, don't you? And he, like, very feebly pats your leg, Cam.
So many stories. What do you want to hear this time?
Oh, are there any new happenings? You know I like the hot tea.
I think the newest is that, don't tell anyone, because this is top secret. But we've been asked to go, search out an old structure of some sort for some hidden information. And I feel like you might be just the man to know all about the hidden information around these towns.
Oh, yes, of course, I know all of the secrets of the North.
Have you heard of a hidden wonderland north of the Pick Our Up assembly plant?
Oh, that's Youper territory. You know all about those, right?
I do, but I don't know their secrets like you do, Rob.
Oh, the crazed men of the North, the Youpers. They bring down damage and fire and death upon all those and take what they like, mostly people, up to their camps in the North. They hunt in packs of one.
Not as scary the packs of 1B.
Can I
Yes, Max.
survival, like, intelligence this? Like,
You know about Youpers. They are sort of a myth among the 313. They're like most people like in normal times. Youpers are people who live in the Upper Peninsula, is what people call them.
They're a myth in the modern day too.
That's exactly it. But in this the 313, Youpers are kind of like they're like mountain men who like keep to themselves normally, but
mountain boogeymen, from what I'm getting.
Yeah, pretty much.
And, did you know that Rob here once took down 3 Youpers all by his lonesome?
Max sidles up to Rob. Cryptids have been taken out. I wish to hear this story.
Oh my gosh, 3 whole packs of Youpers.
Yes, packs of
Did Max say that out loud?
No.
Okay.
This scene was about to change if you did.
Yeah. Well, I was like, I want to check before I say anything because I'm not sure which one of you said that.
Well, first, before we do that, deal the cards, young ones.
Well, who's our fourth? We need.
That would
we
be
need
me.
Eve to
I
have a
know
partner.
52 different card games.
Perfect, Goldie, and I'll deal opposing Goldie and Eve and me and Rob.
Alright.
Well, the eldest leads the first trick.
Oh, a wise man you are. You see him like, he touches his face like he's adjusting glasses, but he has none on his face. And he spends about like 30 seconds trying to read his cards. And he says, pass.
Do you want maybe a CNI friend? Not to make calls for you, just to help you see him a bit more.
I've seen many things. Many things in the waste. There are super mutants out there, you know.
We do
Devin
know we
shuffles
gotta...
up to Rob.
Yeah.
He's like, "Don't worry about it. We're gonna take these motherfuckers out. Let's go."
Oh my gosh, what's a
The
super
super-
mutant?
It's like a mute, but more super.
Yeah, I hear they're scary.
Yes. Large,
Goldie, I think it's your
muscular.
turn.
Fiddle sit down behind Cam, just kind of like crouch and sit on his knees, like,
Yeah, I'm not big. It's not me.
Max just pats Finn comfortingly, like, you're okay, bud.
Thank you, Max. Oh, very
Goldie
sweet.
looks at his cards and says, "I order it up." Just to confirm, are we still lying before we get to the part about what we need for your information?
Hearts.
Goldie, you're
I-
malfunctioning once again. Of course we're not lying.
Okie dokie.
I had my heart broken once. It was long ago.
What the fuck?
Tell us about it, Rob.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
what
wanna-
so
happened?
what
happened,
Rob, you
Rob?
just confirm you want to call Hearts as the suit, right? Before we get into the story.
Oh, the shiny one has called hearts. I am just telling a story.
Right, you are. Please
This
continue.
is the
I'm
best
so
social
sorry.
game there is. Let him talk.
Yeah, you're being
Hey.
Let me finish the story.
Devin
we
is
gotta play
almost like
cards. I just
cheek
wanted to
to
make sure you
cheek
play
with
cards.
Rob. He's like, yeah.
Her name was Arabelle. She had the most beautiful golden hair. She would pin it up in such a way that it would make her cheeks look rosy. And she was the most beautiful thing I ever saw. Why am I holding cards?
We're playing euchre, Robert.
Oh, thank you, Beatrice. What's
Robert,
Trump?
what happened? What happened to your love, Robert? I'm
My
like,
love.
in
I
pocket,
was in
but-
love once.
oh shit.
Her
Okay.
name was Arabelle.
We NPC loop. Sorry, hold on.
Yeah.
we just did the
Next dialogue menu. Next dialogue menu.
Goldie's
Skip.
eye stalk is gonna drift around. Is there any art in here?
Oh my
Uh,
lord.
Yeah. There's definitely art on the wall. It's
Great.
old and broken, but yeah.
Great. Goldie will put his cards face down on the table while they're talking and just reach the pincer arm back and just start taking art off of the wall and putting it next to Max.
Rob doesn't notice.
Yep.
So Trevor, you're traveling again, are you?
We got a whole new group this time, whole new friend, whole new story to tell you when we're done.
Where are you going?
We're going to a secret wonderland of hidden information.
Oh, that's exciting. Where are your journeys taking you geographically?
Oh, you know, north by northwest slightly, you could say about 5 degrees.
Oh, I see.
Nope, northeast. Sean knows how to read directions. Yo, I caught it before anyone needed to correct me. It's fine.
Danny was like, West.
Are you going
North by
past
northeast.
Are you going past the showroom again?
There's discussions about it. There were a couple other paths, but some people here wanted to see a Corvega in its prime.
Oh, I had a Corvega once. They're very expensive cars, but it purred like a cat in heat.
Did you ride with Arabelle and the Corvega?
No, Arabelle left me for Joshua.
Oh, fucking Joshua.
Yeah, Devrin, we don't ask about Joshua. It brings up bad memories of the past.
Joshua was a
Joshua's still
mean
alive.
son of a bitch.
Yeah. Wait, is he still around?
It's okay.
No, he died in the war.
Good.
On the moon, right?
No, in Anchorage, Alaska. He was an old bastard.
Good riddance.
Thank you.
in Anchorage, Alaska. But not
Fun fact, this is all canonically accurate. There was
No,
a war
yeah.
on the moon and
Cool.
in Anchorage, Alaska.
That makes this motherfucker a Brotherhood of Steel like ex-member.
Oh, yeah.
The Brotherhood of Steel didn't exist before the war. Not the Great War. The
A
Great
they had
founding member in
power
that
armor,
case.
but-
Yeah, right. He was. You guys
It's
could.
the dichotomy of it. It's like, no, not the moon.
What?
Alaska.
Look,
Uh,
the notion
John
of
wasn't
wild
good enough to
Rob.
make it to the moon.
Does Rob look old enough to have been there when Liberty Prime was in function?
So I guess the only one who would know would be Finn, who has researched history. I guess, yeah, Goldie would know as well. That if he fought in the Sea and Tranquility, which was something that happened before the Resources War in Alaska and before they annexed Canada and all of that, he would have been old when the bombs dropped. So
Got it.
yeah, so if he was probably ghoulified like right away and is just, he was old then and is still old now.
That's rough, buddy.
Hi, Trump you! And you see him lay down a card.
Fantastic.
Shoot. So which way are you going to take?
Well, I imagine the graveyard's a bit off limits for us,
Oh.
so we're kind of down to the fairgrounds, the Corvega showroom, or the Nuka Go factory. You got a preferred means of travel?
The graveyard is a desolate place, where the quiet is only broken by the sound of steel. At night, giants roam there.
No, intriguing, ain't it? But a couple people around here aren't brave enough to venture that way, so that story will have to be for a different time. I'm sorry, Rob.
Yes, well, I wouldn't want you going anywhere that's dangerous, Trevor. Or the factory. I hear there are ghouls there, be careful. But there is the Watcher that also lives there, with his eye looking across the lake of fire.
There's no need to be afraid of ghouls.
Oh,
But a
no, yes,
Watcher
you
looking
should be
across the
afraid
lake
of
of fire.
ghouls. Ghouls are fucking scary.
Right, you are, Rob. I'm so sorry. Could you tell me a bit more about this lake
Very
of fire?
self-aware, Rob. Very self-aware.
Yeah.
Max is slowly stowing a mirror away.
Yes, the lake of
Ghouls are
fire.
fucking scary.
Oh, yes, Lake St. Clair it once was. A beautiful place to bring your loved ones and have wonderful picnics on the beach. You remember we went there once. It was
Did you
wonderful.
take Arabelle?
No, she had left with John already, Devrin.
Hey, Trevor. Okay, let your granddaddy tell us stories. I, for one, am interested. Please continue,
No.
Rob. I apologize for the interruption.
No, I took my lovely wife. Her name was Tara.
I'm Tara. Okay.
No, Arabelle was my lost love of my high school days.
Right. I remember. Didn't have the marital status. My apologies, Robert. Please continue.
Yes, no, the Lake of Fire is now it's called, as you've told me. And again, he pats your leg. That it is now a desolate place where there are only monsters and dragons.
Rob's talking about the windfall.
Yes, yeah. He's talking about the right side of the map, which is all... There's no longer water there.
That's where I'm from.
And
Max,
then he
you spoke.
RJ spoke. Max only talks in the recaps.
You guys, he takes the hand. He over trumps and then plays the Jack of Hearts, which is the highest that you can play. And then he says, "Oh, but the fairgrounds, that was where I took Arabella. I took her there. We went on the wonderful carousels and the large metal structures. What are they called? The ones that go around?
The terror wheels.
Ferris wheels.
Terror wheels. Yes,
The
yes.
horse tornadoes.
The leader of the mutants is Gigglesworth. He's the one who runs that place now. The tents are easy enough to get into, but it's the open areas you have to worry about. If you find the oracle, you will find the riches. New hand."
Very good.
Hands it. I think it would be Eve that has to deal out next, so hands the deck to Eve.
Full disclosure, Wings has no idea how to play euchre.
That's fair. That's fair.
Full disclosure, Zach has Wikipedia up.
Yeah, I also
Played the
have
game
it
for
up.
years.
I saw I saw you say something from Wikipedia, and I was all like, "I see you." I
Well,
see
I'll
you,
be glad
villain.
that I know how to play, so at least.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Eve lives and breathes euchre.
Mhm.
I take it up.
Oh, it's all right. It's clubs. They look like flowers.
Oh,
You see him like
sure,
look off
indeed.
mournfully.
Oh,
Did you
what-
see Dolores today wearing a perfectly lovely floral dress?
Oh, I haven't not left my room in 2 years. You know that, Trevor.
Yeah, boy, I've been telling you you need to socialize a bit more. Lots of lovely folks here that would play euchre with you every day if just you asked.
Stella visits me every day, and she brings me flowers sometimes.
Well, what kind of flowers does she bring you?
Red ones.
Oh, like one of the. Did she bring you flowers today?
Oh, not today. Did she bring me this? Did I forget again?
Well, she asked me to pass it off for you. I want to make sure you got it.
Thank you. And you see him take it, and he like he puts it up to his nose, smells it, and then he puts it in his hand with his cards, and he plays a card.
I'm glad you like it.
This is the mission, right?
This
Like
is
this-
the mission, yes.
No.
No,
like,
I don't
just
actually.
hang out with Rob. Like that's what.
Yeah.
This is today's mission.
Okay.
And then the next 5 episodes is
Yeah,
just
right.
playing
Yeah,
with
Rob.
Rob.
We should
My
kidnap
mission-
Rob. Should we do that?
My mission is all of the art that I just stole from Rob. I don't know about
Yeah.
you guys.
My mission is to find people to join the nightclub, and I don't think Rob's a good fit for that. So
Hey, there's a market for everyone.
Have
Oh,
you not heard
speaking
Rob's
of,
dating history?
I don't think Rob can make it to Motown.
Speaking of, Robert.
Yes.
Have you been listening to the radio recently?
The radio, yes. I love that hip hop they have on there now.
Did
Please tell me what. I'm sorry, Eve. Please tell me what hip hop you like, Rob.
It's run by Nerdy. Of course, they're playing some beats.
Tell us,
I
Rob. who's
apologize
in
for
Paris.
inserting myself.
Did you hear about the killings that are happening? You know, where they leave
Oh.
behind a fusion core?
Yes, oh, Trevor was telling me about you found one of them, didn't you?
I did, yes.
Terrible things. Beware the hoarder, you said.
I heard, I heard from a buddy of mine that they found one of those, and written on the wall it said "The Dead Walk." Now my buddy seemed to think that it had something to do with ghouls. Do you think that's possible?
I'm not dead.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, but my buddy was really convinced.
No, it has nothing to do with ghouls. I think I think from what Trevor has told me, it has to do with the graveyard.
Oh. I guess that would
Giants
make sense.
walking.
Dead people do go in graveyards, right?
Hmm.
Say, you ever been to Grand Rapids?
I went there on vacation once. Wonderful city. We went on the Grand River in a tugboat.
What's your favorite fact about Grand Rapids?
It's one of the wealthiest cities in all of Michigan.
Isn't that true? You know,
It is.
I like
That's why I said it.
one of my favorite facts about Grand Rapids is that they made a ladder for fish to go on so that they could get around the man-made rapids in the Grand River.
Oh. Fish
you
going up the
imagine?
ladder.
A ladder for fish? They don't even have hands.
Milk, they don't even have titties.
I'm
Max.
gonna continue talking about Grand Rapids if you don't
Um,
stop.
Not right as I drink my drink, Max.
I'm so sorry. That's my superpower.
He's going to say, but really, you should be trying to get into that showroom. The Corvegas are worth so much. There's those raiders that are trying to get in, though. The lock on the door is impossible. But the Red Rocket is a safe place to watch and sit still. They still have some gas in the tanks, if you know what I'm saying. And he, like, shoves Devon while he, like, hits you with his elbow with literally no muscle behind it.
That's a funny joke. Cars don't run on gas.
So, Maxwell is sitting across from Finn, opposite of everyone, and he's just been writing in his notebook, looking up occasionally, going back down, and then just going back to his notebook. As Rob says, there's extra gas, if you know what I mean. There is, not even just looking up from the notebook, but goes into his cloak, pulls out a whoopee cushion, blows it a little bit, and then just...
Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes they just sneak out.
Oh God.
Well, it looks like
You wouldn't
we've
happen to remember the code for the Corvega showroom before you shut it down, now would you?
It was 1, 2. What's Trump?
Rob. Hey.
It's
hey,
currently the Jack of Clubs.
Oh, Jack of Clubs. And you can see him like look at his cards and he squints down. Plays a.
Hey, hey,
Oh,
jeez.
yeah, the code to the Corvega, you said it was 1, 2.
To my Corvega? You can't have it, it's mine.
No, to the showroom, Rob. Hey, this is really important.
Oh, I don't know, but I know that you might be able to get in if you're really savvy with a lock, or if you blow it up.
Looks at Max.
I do have an explosion skill tag. Max is currently still absorbed with his notebook and looking up to Finn and then looking back to his notebook.
Perfect. Since Rob mentioned that he gets flowers every day, are they sitting around anywhere? Is there a vase? Is there a pile of flowers on a desk or something?
Yeah, there is an old vase. It's yellow, and it looks to have some fairly fresh flowers. They're like probably maybe a week old at this point, and needing of a refreshment. But it does seem like they're nice flowers, like irradiated in some way or another. Like they're very much like of the time, but someone here knows what they're doing with flowers.
Yeah, I wonder who that is. Then I'd love to go over and just, if I'm noticing that they could use some watering, water them, and then perhaps just take one, you know.
Yeah.
Just go cool.
He can't see shit.
Yeah, I noticed. I'm gonna take advantage of this, but
But for some reason, you still lose karma for stealing.
Yeah, right.
I was doing so good.
Trevor,
Yes, Rob.
I heard that one of the residents went feral the other day, and we put him in the quiet room. Are you going to take care of Reginald?
Oh, well. Would you want us to take care of Reginald? Because if he's in the quiet room, I'm sure he'll take care of himself one of these days.
Well, that's why you come here, to talk to me, your grandfather. That is
Yes.
unlikely. That time-wise, it doesn't add up, but...
Yeah.
And to take care of the residents that have not done well.
Well, then, sounds like we'll take Reginald for a walk and take him out back.
You should shoot him. What do you mean?
I was just trying to say it a bit nicer, Grandpa. You know that.
I love Rob so fucking much.
I'm his NPC of forever. Not NPC of the year, just forever.
Rob, will you
Both-
be my grandfather?
Both the most
I am.
lucid and fucking foggiest character ever.
He's great.
What was your name again?
Devrin.
Devrin. I like your pocket watch. It looks familiar.
Wow. Okay, here we go. So, like, during this time, like, Devrin's been locked in with Robin. Like, you can see, I guess, in the entire time that you've known Devrin, like, this is the first time that you see him enjoying himself. But when the pocket watch is mentioned, his face sinks again, and he goes, what do you know about this?
I don't. What was your name again?
Devrin.
Devrin. No, I don't think so. The person who owned that watch. And you see him, like, squinting, and he gets very close to you. He's like, that was Toby's watch. Is Toby dead?
Puts the watch and back in his pocket. He goes, I think it's your hand, Grandpa.
Oh, okay. Oh, look at that. And you see him, like, do a little shimmy.
Well, do you want to join us on this adventure? You've said no every time, but just in case you changed your mind today, wanted to
and
extend the invitation.
he, like, puts his hand out and, like, touches your cheek with it. He's like, you know my fighting days are behind me. I'm on the prowl for something better.
I figured. I just wanted to ask before I went and shot Terrence in the face, but... we just
Why
gotta-
are you shooting Terrence? What did he do?
You know, we needed to just get some words, and he said, can you please put me out of this? And I said, okay, Terrence.
Oh, I feel that way sometimes. I understand.
He
Yeah.
went feral.
But Rob, you don't need to feel that way, because we're all here for you.
Okay. I think it's nap time.
Just right there?
Mm-hmm.
Just right there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Just right there.
Yeah.
Is he
It
still
took,
breathing?
it took him 2 minutes to get to the door. You think he's got the energy to walk to the bed?
He's in an
Max-
easy. You guys can, like, recline him a bit, and he kind of just, like, like his head
I was
goes
just
back.
The little audience participation box just goes, "Aww."
Max goes into his cloak and pulls out that mirror he stashed earlier and just puts it underneath Rob's nose real quick just to see if
The
there's
nose
breath.
hole.
Yeah,
Not
right.
funny.
There is breath.
He's alive. He's fine. We should take a moment to kind of like see some shit in this room. What do you think?
Yeah.
I have collected his art.
Sure he
That's
won't
a
remember
shame.
it's
I
gone.
wanted to talk more about Grand Rapids.
You
He's
feel
actually
good
been here,
stealing
you know.
from Rob?
Me?
Any of you, yeah, except Goldie. Goldie's on a quest for art.
No, like just to
And
see if
therefore does
there's
not
any-
count as stealing.
Correct.
Not to steal, to look.
there's-
Yeah.
To restore.
In a
In a
completely different
museum.
location that's not here. Yeah.
Like the British Museum of London.
Yes.
Max is just gonna shrug, pat Cameron on the shoulder, and point out of the room, point to his gun, quizzical shrug.
I guess.
He's gonna walk out of the room and head back to where that feral ghoul was.
Goldie will grab the back of Maxwell's collar quickly and point at the art pile on the floor.
Sighs, scoops up the art, laser rifle over the shoulder, and starts walking towards where Reginald is.
All
Is it
right.
Reginald and not Terrence?
Oh, dang.
Reginald
I've
is the
forgotten.
feral one.
gonna
Yes.
shoot
I don't know who the
somebody
fuck
today.
Terrence
Someone's
is.
going to die.
Yeah, I don't know where Terrence came from. I wrote that down.
I thought you said Terrence. I'm sorry. I was trusting my friends to make notes while I was improvising this
Yeah,
man's
I
like
got it.
history. Reginald.
Reginald
We
in the
jumped from
quiet room.
Trevor to Reginald to
Terrible.
Terrence.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I'm Trevor.
Or Trevor. Trevor. I put that in quotes.
Yeah.
Trevor.
Terrence doesn't exist and Reginald needs to be taken out back.
Yes.
And Joshua is a bastard.
Yeah, fuck
Yes.
Joshua.
If anyone's getting shot in the face today, it's Joshua.
It's Joshua.
Joshua
and we have
died
to
in
find
Alaska.
Arabella.
Oh, we should ask if she's dead, right? She gotta be dead.
No,
Gotta be dead.
What if there's a subplot line where we have to reunite a ghoulified?
What if
Did it pop up
Arabella
on-
is at the ping and we need to go get Arabella's care for dogs to bring back
she's
to
got the
Reginald
dog.
to bring... Wait, not Reginald.
No. This is an escort quest. Let's bounce.
Sub quest just pops up. Ghoul love.
Love of my afterlife.
Aw.
Uh,
Devin, did you want to search for anything in this room? Ian.
I was
Ian.
thinking, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. You didn't make a
Just like you're ignoring.
face. I was like, is it my
Pondering.
microphone? Should I get closer to the mic?
Yeah, I think I want to take a moment to see if there's any information about like the places that you mentioned, the Corvega, the fairgrounds, to like
Yeah.
something that can help with this.
Yeah, you can, yeah, if you want to get a little bit more information, he has a diary that is there. It doesn't seem to be written, it's very clear handwriting as opposed to like a shaky old man's handwriting. And it seems to be stories of adventures in the wasteland. And it's almost like someone has written him a book of their tales or like embellished things that they have done in the wasteland. And it says on there, for Robert, love Trevor.
Okay. I don't really want to take this in my diary. I'm pretty sure you can still do it.
If you want to, we can use it for later and use it as almost like a Blades in the Dark. Like if you want more information on a certain spot or a certain thing, we can roll for it like a history check and see if you find stuff like that.
Cool. I'm cool with that. That's all I wanted to do in that particular case.
Okay. You do find a drawer of medals there, like war hero medals, and one of them is from the Sea of Tranquility, and it just has a picture of a moon on it.
Does he have? Is there like a cork board or something like that on his wall?
Sure.
I think Devon takes the time to take all of those medals and he puts them on the cork board. Like,
Okay.
takes out like a shoddy piece of rag and he cleans them as best he can and he puts it on there. And he closes the drawer and he turns around and he goes, "Okay, I'm done."
Is anyone gonna
I
check the
kinda
bed?
am.
Because if this poor man's gonna fall asleep like this, I'd rather him not ruin his neck. I can move him to the bed.
I'll help you with that.
Okay. I probably don't need it, but thank you.
Yeah, Finn is able to pick up and deposit this elderly ghoul onto the bed. Yeah.
Of course.
He just,
like,
like-
gentle.
He turns over with a snore and kind of like is like his head kind of lolls to the side, but he is asleep, fully clothed on the bed.
And we'll tuck the rose that I gave him in his hand.
Aw.
He's kind of just grasping there.
Yeah, tuck him in on the
Look like
side.
we tuck him in
It
on the
looks
side.
like he's dead.
He's like he's dead. Someone's gonna come in and go, "Oh my God, Rob died."
I think he's like, oh, how's cute. Oh, lovely. As we leave, we hear the shriek from David, just like, oh no.
Just gonna whisper in his ear. I'm gonna make it a point to find Arabelle and send her back here.
Okay.
Nighty night.
You guys move out of the room unless there's anything else. Okay.
Muffled gunshot from the room that Max went into.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, it's a muffled boom.
What are you using? Oh yeah, your
Laser musket.
Yeah, that's right. Why don't you go ahead and make an attack roll on that, please?
Yes, miss.
While he's doing that, Eve is going to like quietly approach Devrin, and
Oh,
just
that's one dead motherfucker.
just like with no pomp and circumstance, just like, did you kill Tony?
What?
I mean, it's all right if you did. We all have to kill people sometimes, but if you want to kill any one of us, I'd appreciate a heads up. I like to get a head start on running away. And I imagine after she says we all need to kill people sometimes, we hear that whom in the other room.
How does Devrin respond to this? Ooh, you're quiet. I can't hear you.
Oh, what about now?
Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
Lean in, friend. Lean in.
Put in a mic.
Okay, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Hit me one more time. What am I responding to?
Did you kill Tony?
Did I? No. I don't think so.
I mean, I don't know how much we can trust what comes out of Robert, but he did seem to recognize your watch.
He did, and honestly, it's more than what I can recognize, so I don't know if,
Well, that's
Maybe.
silly. How would you not know whether or not you killed somebody? You usually remember something like that with vivid clarity.
I'm gonna walk away now, Eve, because what you said is deeply unsettling. I'm setting a boundary.
Okay, I understand. Just remember what I said about giving me a heads up, okay?
Yeah, I'll let you know.
You're a good friend, Devrin.
You are a very interesting person, Eve, who is very knowledgeable about Grand Rapids.
Well, thank you. She's like very, like, obviously very, like, preening over that one.
I think, like, cartoonishly, Devrin, like, slides out of Eve's frame. Keeping eye contact with him, because what the fuck was that? But then at the same time, like, I need to go.
I don't want to be in this conversation anymore.
Oh, God, I love it when...
Punctuate the awkwardness. You just hear another boom.
Double tap, you know? I love it when two weird people enter a scene and one man exits.
As you guys walk into the hall, Finn, you catch the scent of something. The scent of some, like, I would say warmly scented flowers off to the way, and you can see that there is a sign on one of the doors that says Stella Rodriguez, and there's like flowers drawn on her name.
Bet then.
Hey, I'm sorry. This Stella door is very attractive to me. I'm going to go introduce myself to Miss Stella. Would anyone like to come?
Well, you watched me romance somebody, so it's my turn, and I'll follow Finn.
Oh, okay. Romance wasn't the goal, but okay. We'll see what happens. Okay, come on, Goldie.
And yeah, I'll go over and knock on the door, but rose in hand, we're ready. If this is a flower door, we're always ready.
Okay. The door is open, so as you kind of knock on the paneling of the door, the door frame, Thank you. You see inside there is a normal room, but the back is kind of broken, and it leads out to the courtyard that was in the center of this. And you can see that there are an abundance of flowers that are in this courtyard. And a ghoul, a female ghoul, pops her head up. She's wearing sort of like almost 1940s style, like long skirt that kind of comes up to her waist. It's a neutral color with a green cardigan that comes up like around her neck, and she's got shoulder pads in it, which is a little weird. And she's got like padding on her knees as she kind of stands up from the ground. She's got dirt covering her arms, and she kind of like looks up and wipes her hands off, and she says, "Hello."
Hi, I knocked, I suppose. You must be Miss Stella. Well, I assume Miss Stella.
Oh, yes. How can I be assistance to you?
Well, I caught the aroma of the wonderful botany in here, and I
Oh.
couldn't not stop by. Oh,
Well-
first here, for my intrusion.
What kind of flower is it?
Just a bunch of little roses. Nice, simple.
Oh, wonderful. A red rose is hard to find in the wasteland. How did you come about this?
Well, once upon a time, I found an old abandoned place in gardening section untouched. I had so many seeds, so we're very sparing with the roses, but I've got so many now that I just make sure it's a nice introductory gift to new friends.
Oh, the ash rose. That's a very interesting little piece. Are you a botanist?
Of course, am I a botanist. I love flowers, they're beautiful.
Well, I have not met many super mutants, but if they are like you, I think that people should be less afraid of them.
I wish people were less afraid, however, many are not like me, so I would still remain at a safe distance in most cases.
Well, if you are a botanist, as you say, perhaps you can assist me.
I'd be more than happy to take a look. What can I do for you?
You see,
Little
I
box
have...
goes, ooh.
You see she kind of like moves over and she kind of motions for you to come into the garden where she has many native flowers of the area, and you can see that she is tending to them well, but there is a set of plants that look to be not doing so well. It looks like they are like a purpley plant, something that you've seen out in the waste. They're called hub flowers. They're very common, but she seems to be having some trouble with them, and she says, I can't quite get them to grow right. They're not taking to the soil here, and I've tried a couple different things, baking soda and other such items. We don't have any vinegar, but sometimes those will bring out the color in the flowers, and they're just not popping as much as I wanted them to.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, definitely lack of saturation in them. Should we roll for figuring out what's happening? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess we want to do science.
You could do science and intelligence, I think.
Works for me.
All right.
So that's 11.
Yeah, this is going to be because they are so common. And growing them is not usually difficult. I'm gonna say this is a difficulty 2, to figure out what is wrong.
Okay. So let's go with that's terrible.
Mm-hmm. You could just click science because it's already tagged with intelligence.
Okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Then the additional.
Okay.
Way nicer. That one counts better.
Yeah.
And then science is my tag, so 2 then.
Okay. Yeah, you have succeeded in this. As you start rooting around in these plants, you you notice that there is kind of something under the soil, and as you dig a little bit deeper, you can see that there is a well of something that was left behind. It looks to be some sort of oil or like gasoline that was buried back here for some reason. It seems like whatever this tank was is leaking into this area, and it has taken away the radiance of these flowers and is kind of killing them.
Oh. Oh, I see. There's this obnoxious oil beneath the plant.
Is it in like a wooden crate on top of it, or these are in the soil, like in the ground?
They're in the soil, and it looks
Okay.
like the tank it's probably like a 10-gallon thing. They kept it for like
Got it.
winter fires, that sort of thing, keeping the place.
Okay.
Maybe a reserve.
Well, I'd recommend not touching that. I don't know what that's connected to. However, I think if you move these plants over to this section, it looks like it's much cleaner soil. You'll probably have much more success in growing these little fellas.
Oh, well, hot damn, I didn't notice that at all. You have a keen sight, my friend.
Well, you like to dig in dirt. Yeah.
Yes. Well, if I am, and she kind of like looks to her hands and like brushes off the dirt. It's hard for me to bend and do all the things I used to. If you move them for me, I'll give you a fair sum for your work.
Of course, I'd love to help you.
And I guess if she has any tools laying around, that'll just start moving and grooving with everything.
Okay. You begin to move those. The rest of you, what are you getting up to?
I'm looting Reginald's
Observing.
room.
Fair. Fair. Would you like to roll for it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm watching this and providing auditory commentary.
Survival perception, you said?
Yes.
Ooh, no.
Oh.
2 successes,
Lovely.
but there's a problemo.
Yeah,
That's
there's
a surprise tool for later.
Yeah. You, as you are maneuvering through here, you find a bottle of rum, and you find, let's see, a noodle cup and an Instamash.
Another ghoul.
Yeah. But as you are doing this, you
Parents.
hear behind you a voice as a yellow Mr. Handy with again a crusted off face appears in the doorway. It's just, "What are you doing? This is not your room."
Max quickly goes into his cloak and pulls out a "Do Not Disturb" sign from a hotel that he once went into, and will just quietly hook that onto one of the eye stalks and then return back to looting.
"You must exit this facility at once. Do not make me gather the rest of the staff."
Fine.
He harumphs.
Max will hold up his hands placatingly, walk into the hallway, lift his gas mask a little bit, and like 2 sharp whistles down the hallway to alert everyone.
She is going to start escorting you out. Finn, as you are finished, is there anything else anybody else is getting up to in this area?
Pam is just showing all the old people cooing, letting them see a dog with
Aw.
skin and fur.
Okay. As you are in the sort of day room where everyone's hanging out, they are very excited to see a dog, and you kind of notice that there is a magazine shelf, and on the shelf you see the top of one of the pamphlets that kind of catches your eye, and it says, "Spend your retirement in the Great Grand Rapids." And it seems to be, there's like tops of heads that you can see and kind of the outline of a vault behind them, but it's mostly covered in this magazine rack.
I'll grab it and take it with for Eve later.
Yeah, you pull it out of the thing, and you can see that on the pamphlet is a group of like happy people standing outside of the Finnish Vault 48. There are 5 people on the cover. They all look to be scientists. They're kind of wearing like lab coats and stuff. One of them looks to be Eve.
Oh, well, that's most certainly concerning. And then I think before he can finish his thought, here's the whistle. It's like, come on, boy, we got someone to save. And heads out towards Max.
You can see Max is being escorted out. But Finn, you finish moving these plants over, and she is going to give you a box that has some something in it that seems to be jingling, and she also hands you a package of seeds. And she says that I know it's not much, but it's what I have, and I have not attempted to plant these yet because I don't know if the soil can take it, but do you know what a hibiscus is?
Oh, I am familiar. I've not planted any in quite some time, but yes, hibiscus, rare and for sure.
Yes, you have to use soil that is not radiated, I think, otherwise they're going to die, but that is for you, son. Thank you.
Yes, why, thank you so much. You are so sweet. Listen, this is a little bit out of my way, and I'm on a mission at the moment. However, not many flower lovers like myself, so I'd love to swing by from time to time and just talk about our little grassy friends if you're willing to have me.
I would love that. I'll make you some tea.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Well, safe trip on your journey, and
Thank you.
come back soon.
As
You
soon
never
as
know.
I can.
Yes, you never know how the winds of fate will turn.
All over the place. Winds are I don't have a metaphor here, but I'll let you back to it.
Thank you. She kind of goes back, and as you exit and see Max is being escorted out by this Mr. Handy, you open the box that was given to you, and you see inside there is 200 caps.
Damn.
Goldie will
My
float next to
goodness.
Finn, just go, ah, young love, blooming like the flowers in the sun.
Oh. Was that love?
I assume so. It matched all of the movies that Mr. Armstrong showed me.
I was very unaware. Okay. I'll have that conversation next time. Thank you, Goldie. You're wise beyond your mechanisms.
Everything I know I owe to Mr. Armstrong. Thank you for your compliment. I will pass it along to him next time I see him.
Please do.
Yeah.
200 cats, bet.
All right. You are escorted out of the facility. What would you guys like to do? Would you like to have a
No! These people remember Grand Rapids!
The party finds Max sitting on a bus bench. He looks up at them and then holds up a empty box of chocolates.
I'm sorry, Max. Even I don't know that one.
Forrest Gump? Real? That's how you get Max to talk. Just explodes. Really? No.
Oh,
Tom Hanks is alive in every universe.
Hell yeah.
Easy cool.
A man named Otto broke me.
Have you seen that one yet?
Buddy. Anyway, he's been eyeing the window. I imagine Reginald's window is like by the front. He's just been looking at it. Waves to the party, sadly.
RJ, sincere question. Did you bring the art with you or did you leave it when you got escorted out?
You gave Max a job.
Okay, it would be funny either way, so I just wanted to check.
Max has a pile of posters next to him on the bus bench.
Excellent.
well, seems like we got a lot of information on our safest approach. Anything call out to anyone?
Honestly, the fairgrounds sounded like the next best step. Just keep out of the open spaces. Make sure that we're aware of the tents. We'll ride the terror wheel. It'll be a time. Awkward smile.
The fairgrounds sound good. We can then cut over to the Corvega showroom to acquire a vehicle for the remainder of the trip.
It's a great plan there, Goldie.
Did that entire interaction, did that seem like normal, right? The in and out, the memory loss.
Oh,
does that
deeply
seem-
sad and troubling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that your
We're coming.
normal?
Ye- I'm gonna take this opportunity to, I think, be open with you all. I have very terrible nightmares, and they're the only time that something of a memory pops up, but then I wake up and I forget them. And
Well,
as he's saying this, his right hand begins to tremor again, but he doesn't seem to notice it. But it's very obvious to you all.
Goldie
You
will
need
extend the
something.
pincer arm out and put it on Devrin's shoulder.
Yeah, I was just telling you like a thing. It's fine. It seemed like we were all sharing in there a little bit. You know,
Yeah, no, we
even Grand
appreciate it.
Rapids and stuff. Yeah.
Your sharing is valued for the group.
If you ever need a medicine for that, I'm pretty good at concocting little things to keep people going. And try and make you a
Medicine
sleeping
for what?
draft.
Yes, I could have found
Make it through the
sedatives for
night.
Mr. Nanny before I disassembled her.
Max hands Devrin a cup of noodles.
What are you... Stop that. Whatever you all are doing.
Emotional support.
It's not your fault.
Devrin is extremely confused because he was not reaching out in an emotional place. He was just like, well, this is what I'm thinking, so I'm just telling you what I'm thinking. That's it. He hands you back the cup of noodles and he's just like, I don't have any backspace for this, thank you though.
Oh, I'll carry it.
Hands the cup of
Okay.
noodles to Eve.
And, Eve, a question for you, because you were telling us a great bit about Grand Rapids.
Mm-hmm.
You happen to come from a science family?
I don't come from a family, silly.
What about a group of friends?
Well, I meet friends every day.
What about 4 other friends wearing identical lab coats?
Oh, look, it's a brochure about Grand Rapids. Where did you find this?
Well, that doesn't matter, because look, you're right here.
Yeah, Eve, you don't recognize this at all. Like, the people don't register to you. You clearly can tell that that is you. Probably a little bit older looking than, like, you know, you're in your, what, 20s?
Yeah, roughly.
And this is probably someone in their, like, late 30s.
Mhm.
But it's definitely outside of Vault 46, and it seems to be a picture as opposed to a painting.
Well, She's gonna take that brochure and she's just gonna sit there and squint at it.
You can keep it if you want. It's more yours than anyone else's these days.
Okay. Thank you for finding this.
Mhm. Anyway,
Are we gonna
anyone
go
else
to
got
the
things they want to say?
fairgrounds?
I got some flowers.
Cameron, I don't
Yeah.
think you need to worry about this.
Oh, I'm not worrying. I'm just fascinated.
Okay, good, because this person's definitely dead.
Okay. There are a lot of people I know that are definitely dead that I still need to make sure I'm looking out for. So, if we're on the same terms here, I've got no need to worry about you if that person's dead and you're the one walking.
Ah,
A slight war flashback goes over her face.
like she just like smiles, like her gaze shifts a little bit. We get a slow zoom on her and there's just the sound of flames crackling, and then she snaps out of it and just put that brochure away.
Like I
My
said, no
behavioral
need to be
analysis mod
concerned.
has registered this as uncomfortable.
So fairgrounds. I think would probably be the next best stop, and then we can head to the Corvega showroom, pick that lock,
So,
and get a car.
Our knowledge of the fairgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
Who's currently running around the place?
Super
It
mutants.
was a mutant haven, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay, cool. Max goes to his cloak and he will rifle through it, finds a picture of a super mutant, finds a red dot and puts it right where the super mutant's nose is, and then squeezes twice. Super mutant clowns, question mark? Because the person running it is named Giggles?
Are you scared of clowns or super mutants?
Max will honk the nose twice to confirm that it's clowns and not super mutants.
Oh, that's what a super mutant is. Finn, you're a super mutant.
Thank you. I am.
You'll learn something new every day.
We just
Do you
learned
have
that
clown
now.
powers?
I don't have clown. No. I don't have clown powers. Correct me. Was it giggle? I had. I thought it was. The laugh. I'm losing it. I thought it was Ginklesworth. Was it Gigglesworth? Was okay. Cool. Then okay. Then yeah.
How tall is Finn?
7 feet.
Oh, okay, cool. So it's not too far off. Like,
Big dudes.
yeah, Devon's like 6'1".
Yeah.
He reaches up to your nose and he squeezes it twice to see if it makes any noise. He's like,
Please stop touching my nose.
I'm sorry, that was a boundary. I apologize.
It's okay. I understand. You're curious. I just would rather you have asked first.
I did. I asked if you had clown powers.
Right. Well, yes, the clown powers. But you didn't ask if you could touch me.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Physical contact is not a uncomfort. Most people wouldn't. And regardless, no clown powers. Why are we powers?
What?
What is clown
I mean,
powers?
It's it being able to fit into very tiny vehicles in mass quantities, being able to manipulate flowers, which you can.
I can do
squirt
that.
Various
Am I a
amounts of
clown?
liquids. Their nose, which we've just proved, does
No,
it go?
no, didn't work. Well, if we're going for the Corvega, there's a chance that I don't know if I'm going to fit in that car, but if I can fit into a Corvega, then I might be a clown and have clown powers. But that would probably be after.
Is it
Clown powers?
is it just Corvega like sedans in there, or also like the Corvega trucks that we see sometimes?
From what you would know, I guess, this is probably something that you found out in the diary. It is a, like, Corvega showroom of some of them. They're mostly the sports cars,
Okay.
which have a very low clearance, as far as, like, and the roads are very broken. So you can try to drive a Corvega. You would need the fuel to do so, and it's only a 2-seater. The Cherry Bomb is so.
Honestly, like just ripping out the nuclear reactor in that and then putting it into like a downed Helibird or something would probably do us better.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys will also see Devon takes out a piece of paper and kind of writes like a very shoddy map of like the point from where we're in D-Town to where we got to the retirement home. And like there's a small note on there that says come back, visit Rob.
Aww.
It's not as nice as y'all think it is. Like he's really he's really concerned about his watch, but then it also is because
Rob's
he doesn't
cool.
know how to play euchre. Yeah,
Oh,
Rob's
euchre.
Max, bring the gun.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so from here, you guys can start traveling north. If we're going to go to the fairgrounds, you'll probably have to go past Coney Island. You guys also know that there is the Sweetheart Church that is off to the west. And then there's Rogers, which is a department store on the way. Palmer Park is a cemetery, like an actual cemetery, which probably has ghouls in it. But yeah, you guys start walking. What is the next destination? I guess I would say that for those of you who have been living in the 313, those of you with memories of the 313, Coney Island is a settlement. So people live there. It's a small town inside of a jumbo Coney Island. So it could be a place for trade. It could be a place for to settle down for the night, that sort of thing. A safe spot to lay low. You would know that Sweetheart is an odd place from what people say. They say there's a merchant there if you need to trade or buy things, but it's not everyone's first choice. And then no, Hidden Valley is on this map, but you guys wouldn't know what it is. I think, Max, if you had passed by it, it is a very fortified building that has a lot of turrets around it, and that's really much all you know about it.
Don't go in there.
Mm-hmm.
Rather not get shredded.
Is there a Nathan's at Coney Island?
There was.
I don't know the reference.
It's a hot
Nathan's
dog
is a
place.
hot dog place.
Ah, no,
At the
Coney
New York
Island
Coney
is a hot
Island.
dog place in Michigan. National Coney Island.
Solid.
I've got a Coney Island south of me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Real one.
The actual one.
Was that a? I'm gonna leave that where it lies. Never
Mhm.
mind.
Coney Island probably is the best place, considering that most everybody else here needs to like eat and supply.
It was either that or we pull like a Dawn of the Dead and hike up in the department store.
Pub?
Department store is still between here and the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coney Island feels like a good stop.
We've got a couple
Okay.
caps to burn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be a
Cool,
good
cool, cool.
place to offload some
Cabin.
salvage.
All right. You begin to trek through the city to Coney Island. Are there any other conversations you guys want to have while you're going?
Finn's gonna get a pat on the shoulder from Max.
Yeah, Max, what can I do for you?
He'll point to the flower in Finn's ear and make a grabby hand towards it.
Do you want this one? I mean, I've got plenty. I brought them all. If you want one for yourself, or do you specifically want mine?
There's no pomp and circumstance. He just reaches, grabs a rose, pushes it into his book, and presses it.
All right. It's usually a welcoming gift or after a nice, heartwarming conversation, but you don't speak much as it is, so we'll consider this our heartwarming conversation. And
He'll open the book back up to Finn. There is a sketch of him holding a rose.
oh, that's.
And then
so
there are
sweet.
side notes of like, he is 7 foot tall. He is massive.
You're a very good note taker, very observant.
You can see that there is like other like sketches behind this one, and it's might be a little graphic for the TV version.
Oh yeah, turn the page back. We don't. I think. Okay, cool. Oh, thank you so much, Max. That made my day. Let me know if you need another flower.
More flower. I can eat this one.
You can. They're not poisonous. I wouldn't, but you can.
If I may, and it just popped in my head, I would like to have a conversation with Eve while we're walking.
Please.
Hello.
I said she was dead. Oh, hi, Devrin. How's it going?
Eve.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
We've greeted each other.
We have multiple times.
Very, very much so. Have you ever forgotten about something you've done?
I remember everything I've done.
So you remember any time that you've like maybe you've hurt someone?
Uh-huh.
Is it normal for a person to forget something like that? But maybe like not really forget it, but just don't understand what they could or couldn't be remembering.
Well, sometimes things can get a little bit scrambled up in your little egg.
I don't have any eggs. I'm sorry. We could probably. Find
Oh,
you some
sorry. It's a
if-
metaphor for your head. Like your egg is like your head, and sometimes it gets scrambled.
My egg's not. My head's not. Okay. So it can happen, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, from what I hear.
So, what do I do? What does somebody do to stop that?
To not be scrambled?
Yeah, to keep my eggs in the shell.
Oh, well, I try to eat really well. I get all my exercise in. And I just try not to be alone for too long. And I keep really busy so I don't have to sit and think too long.
Gotta be. I've been alone as long as I can remember, so maybe that's probably it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
For what?
Being alone, it's no fun. When you're out on the
All I-
wasteland, it's a lot better to be with people.
It's kind of all I know. This traveling with you all is more comfortable than the thought of being by myself.
Well, that's good. Some people don't feel too comfortable around me.
Couldn't imagine why. Probably the most honest out of all of us. Well, no, that's not true. Finn. Yeah, Finn is. I don't know if this is crossing the boundary that we said previously, but did you feel? Did I'm asking for permission to ask about your tattoo.
Well, I guess we've done a lot of talking about it lately, so.
When
Sure.
Did you get it?
I don't remember. I didn't do that.
And that's just your name.
I figure, yeah. Why else would you write it down?
Kind of reminds me of a number.
These are letters, silly.
But yeah, but I read somewhere that they also represent numerical values. I don't know if maybe like maybe that was it. I don't.
She's gonna take off her rucksack and her bomber jacket. She'll turn around. These are numbers. These are letters.
You're right. You're right, Eva. I'm sorry. Put that boundary on that question there.
My
again.
name is Eve.
That's. Did I say it wrong again? I'm sorry.
No, it's my name. It's written on my wrist.
Do all of your friends have their name on their wrists?
I don't have. You guys are my friends.
But your friends before. What about
I
them?
I didn't have any friends before. I
So
don't
you were
have
by
friends
yourself,
and I
too.
don't have family. I came from Grand Rapids and my name is written on my wrist.
So you know how it is to be alone.
Yeah.
Does that make you comfortable as it makes me?
What, being alone?
Yeah.
Before, it was just me and myself. And that was the worst it ever was.
Sounds like being alone is all you knew too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something. Don't hurt me. Please. And he extends his arms out and he like in a straight line walks to you and then goes. And then puts his arms back and he goes, there you go. From one alone person to another.
You see her like reach up to like an eye to like brush away a tear. Gosh, that's really sweet of you, Devrin.
Yeah. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you, Eve.
Are you going away? Did you hear that? Oh my god, it's a whole flock! Everybody get down!
You guys start to hear the sound of a mass of honkers that are making their way towards you guys. And that is where we're going to end the episode for tonight. As Eve hits the dirt, and you see these small, they're like, I would say, baseball, like 2 baseball-sized birds start heading towards all of you. But yeah.
Goldie, flirt with him.
We get to play America's pastime, swatters.
Oh god.
I need you guys
Alright.
to know that I decided that Eve fears one thing.
Maxwell
And
fears
that
one
was
thing.
some
is baseball.
fortuitous timing.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut that off. It sounded like it was ending. But we are going to
It was perfect
And,
timing.
end the
It was.
episode there. Let's go around and have everybody say who they are and where people can find them, starting, of course, with Zach.
Hi everybody, I'm Zachary Vaudo. I have been your socialite, Mr. Handy Goldie. You can find me all over the internet at Sneakernet or Sneakernet Music. I make music for your listening enjoyment and for streams all over the internet, both tabletop and otherwise, such as AEW games. I am not in anything current at the moment. I just finished up a game on Folk and Myth, a wonderful werewolf game that you could check out on their channel. For anything upcoming beyond that, you can follow me on all those aforementioned socials to find out what I'm going to be in. I am wherever tabletop games are played.
Hey there, guys. I am Danny. I am CG Danny B all over the internet, mostly on Twitch and YouTube, where we do all things indie gaming. This upcoming week, we host Playlog Podcast. We're going to be discussing what was the best year for indie games. I'm really pulling for 2014 and 2015 because those years are absolute fucking bangers. But currently, you find me here on Sunday nights, and then we stream on Twitch Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Currently, we're playing through Split Fiction with my buddy Kanai. If you're still in chat, buddy, thank you. Great game, loving it so far. But Tuesday, we're doing a special stream for Wander Stop, which is a game all about burnout and fixing that with tea. So I'm going to be doing a Boro stream, which is our cuddly, bolded man who just likes to tell everyone, hey, take a break and slow down. It's going to be a good time. So if you're ready for a vibe, that's Tuesday.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Ian, your boy Big, on all social media. Sorry about that, Zach. I saw that. If you want to do it next, pick a social media, type in YABOIBIG, and that is me. And if you find a social media that does not have it there, let me know so I can monopolize that name. Of course, I'm going to be here. Yep, we're going to be here next week. I was looking at calendar, playing this wonderful game. But of course, normally I would be over on Folk and Myth on Wednesday playing the Alarm Form Mystera, and then of course on Thursday at Crit Hit Chronicles playing in Tales of the Valiant, which is super dope and you should watch it. But my job sucks and I have to go to Austin for the week. But if you don't like my face but don't mind hearing my voice, go to Spotify to the Hard as the Dungeon podcast, to where you can hear me tell wonderful, beautiful stories with a lovely group of people, and of course the Fang Gang podcast, where I also tell stories with a wonderful group of people. Not as lovely, but not any less fun. Cool.
Hey everyone, I am Sean. Played Cam today. He exists. You can find me all over the internet at Help Action Needed, all one word, primarily on Blue Sky and Instagram and Twitch. Or if you want to listen to things, you can find the Help Action Needed podcast. There's an episode that comes out tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. It's narrative driven. We play D&D-ish. We kind of don't follow the rules in any capacity, and some people have called us out for it, but most of you haven't, and I appreciate that. I'll also be all over my channel this week. There's like 4 things happening, but the next time you can see me in a big scheduled thing will be again Sunday here at this time, or 4 hours earlier on my channel for our Down the Forest Road episode 3. Things are getting sapphic, so if you like Agatha All Along, and you like systems that are made up and just called the Sean system, come watch it.
That's me next. Hey everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com, doing nerdy drawings, mostly related to D&D and a lot of things on the Indoor Adventurers stream. That's it. DanaeKeener.com.
Hey everybody, I'm RJ. You can catch me RJS282 on a lot of the social medias. I play a lot of actual plays and normally retweet whenever I go live. Sometimes I also manage to shitpost every now and again. So if you like what you see here, come check it out. DanaeKeener.com.
And I'm LB Hackemup. You can find me at LB Hackemup on Instagram and on Blue Sky. I am Hack Recklessly here. You found me on Twitch. You found me on YouTube. This is our channel. We do ttrpg stuff. We also do a lot of gaming. We are going to start... Oh, shit. Danny, what's the name of the game? Split Fiction. Split Fiction. We're going to start, in 2 weeks, but we'll be back here next week, Sunday, for another game of Fallout 313. Thank you so much for everybody who watched and chatted with us tonight. Thank you to all my players for putting up with my bullshit over this session. And I guess I'm LB Hackemup. Hack recklessly. Bye!